Batting practice is over and the ground crew is getting the field ready. It's time for the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at the Salt Lake Stingers and the Pacific Coast League. Now, to get you ready for today's game, here's the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball on a blustery Tuesday morning here in Salt Lake City. It's the Stingers and the Colorado Springs Sky Sox in what is Game 4 of a 4-game series. The Sky Sox winners last night to make it a 2-1 series edge for Colorado Springs as they won it by a score of 11-6. And after the game, the Stingers lost yet another player as Adam Riggs was called up to the Anaheim Angels with the placing of Troy Gloss on the 60-day disabled list. He's going to have shoulder surgery on Friday. So the Stingers limp into this game with a record of 17-20, fourth place in the division, 5.5 games behind first place Tacoma. Colorado Springs in third in the Central. They're 2.5 games behind front-running Iowa. The pitching matchup here this afternoon for the Stingers, it'll be right-hander Brandon Emanuel with a record of 0-2. And for the Sky Sox, it'll be right-hander Travis Driscoll. His record is 3-3. So why don't you take an extended lunch today from work and come on out to the ballpark. Coming up next, a conversation with Stingers catcher Tom Gregorio here on ESPN 1230.
Why are we turning here?
To look at used cars.
I thought we were going to Gus Paulus.
We are.
Gus is in West Valley City. This is Jordan Landing.
Right.
Did I miss something?
He's growing.
Who's growing?
Gus.
Growing? At his age? Imagine that. No more short jokes, no more booster seats at restaurants, no more ads with half a head.
Huh?
Oh, man, Gus is finally growing. And if he can grow, maybe we can all.
Oh.
This is a sign. It gives the world new hope.
Honey.
It's a miracle.
His dealership is growing.
What?
They've expanded. This is their new used car lot.
Oh. Well, that's kind of miraculous, isn't it?
If you say so.
I do.
Gus may not be getting any taller, but with a new dealership at Jordan Landing, his service and selection keeps getting better.
Hey, I wonder if I'm still growing.
I wonder.
Want to measure me when we get home?
I'm not sure you're coming home.
Aw.
The Gus Paulus Auto Group. With Gus, anything is possible.
When your day of golf is in the bag and you just want to sit back and relax, how about on the elegant Eden patio where you can have a great meal prepared by one of Salt Lake's best chefs? Then drive down from your favorite stairway to the greatest social gathering at Club Azure. It's a brand new club from the ground up. And while you're there, try the 101 Blue drinks, the Bloody Mary bar, Jazz Blue Wednesdays. And while we're at it, how would you like to get your hands on a free round of golf at any select premier Utah or Nevada golf courses? Club Azure and UtahFairways.com have made this possible. They're offering one lucky winner each week to be picked and announced live on the Man-Made Morning Show. So get down here and see what all the buzz is about. That's Club Azure at 6121 South Highland Drive, a private club for members.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the On Deck Circle. I guess the Stingers catcher Tom Gregorio. And first of all, Tom, it's been kind of a roller coaster ride for everybody this year, but at least there's some light at the end of the tunnel as far as guys getting a chance to play in the big leagues, Adam Riggs being the latest. And I guess that's in the bottom line is what drives everybody.
Yeah, it's great to see your friends go up, and especially a guy like Adam Riggs, who's put his time in and works as hard as he does. He definitely deserves it. But, I mean, it's been a rocky start right now. Everyone's struggling, the team's struggling, so everything's a lot under a microscope a little bit more. But, I mean, it's still early. I mean, we're still 17-20. We're only a few games under 500, and there's a lot more baseball left to play this year. So, I mean, there's no need to panic right now.
Absolutely, and I think obviously the biggest thing was getting off to that great start, winning 11 out of 13, and I think that indicates to everybody really how good this team can play, especially if the Angels get healthy and some guys come back.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we did get off to a great start, which was good, and you know, we saw what it was like to be on the top together. Now we see what it's like to scrape the bottom. So it's a big character builder right now.
Of course, you got that opportunity last year to play at Anaheim during the month of September after a long road. That was your first trip to the big leagues. What was that like?
It was great. It was a great feeling, you know, a great experience. I didn't expect it, and I'm very thankful for it, and hopefully get back there too someday this year.
Did it open your eyes to anything in particular that you need to do to maybe get back to that level?
Of course. I mean, I'm struggling right now with the hitting, and that's something I definitely need to improve on, and it's something I've been working on and grinding. I get that going, and I'll hopefully get back there.
Bergeron, you showed the Angels a new side of your game the other day, 2 stolen bases in one game. I think you only had 4 in your career up to this point. That was, were you as surprised as anybody that you got that opportunity?
No, I mean, Brumley said we were going to do a lot of hit and runs, and it was just on the end of a hit and run, and just happened to get there,
So it was certainly a lot of fun for you to do that, add a couple of more things to what you can do. We'll have more with Tom right after this here on ESPN 1230.
Arnold, sweetie, wake up. What's wrong?
Oh, Maria, I had the worst dream.
What?
I dreamt I wasn't wearing any clothes in public.
Oh, that's terrible. Really?
No, that's no big deal. It's that I was out of shape, and everybody saw me.
Hey, where are you going?
I've got to get to Gold's Gym and shape up before anyone sees me without my clothes on.
What?
I must hurry. Gold's Gym is offering memberships with no payments all summer long.
But it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
You want me to look like your cousin Teddy?
Work out free at Gold's Gym with no payments all summer long. Gold's Gym in Provo, Orem, Spanish Fork, American Fork, West Jordan, and now West Valley. Call 377-GOLD in Utah County and 250-GOLD in Salt Lake and work out free this summer. That's 377-GOLD or 250-GOLD.
Some restrictions apply. Celebrity voice impersonated.
Today, we're at Westland Ford, a pillar in the Ogden community for over a quarter of a century. This is your chance to take advantage of some wonderful deals by a company that wants to win you back. Some of you got discouraged by street construction on Wall Avenue. Some of you think that you can get a deal for a better price. Well, let me tell you, Westland Ford just won't let that happen. Rediscover the advantages of buying right here in your hometown. Everyone on the west side of Weber County, Westland Ford challenges you to let us win you back. A long-distance drive doesn't mean a better deal. It means you spent more for gas. Westland Ford has always supported our community and our customers with great deals for hometown folks. Stay in your community. Buy in your community. Take pride in your community. Westland Ford wants to win you back. Be won over by the outstanding quality and commitment of Westland Ford. Easy to get to at 3450 Wall Avenue in Ogden. See how hard your neighbors will work to win you back.
Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the On Deck Circle. Our guest is Stingers catcher Tom Gregorio. And Tom, for the most part, a new group of pitchers to work with this year. Everybody pretty much on the same page right now. Obviously, some new guys have come up lately, but for the most part, everybody together?
Yeah, everybody's pretty much on the same page. And, like you said, we had some guys that had some success early, and now they're struggling. They're starting to play around a little bit with too many things, and it's no need to worry. I mean, we got some guys that have been around for a little bit, know how to pitch, and they'll help the younger guys through it. And it's growing pains. We all got to grow through it together.
I guess baseball has its own universal language, but what's the situation like for you and Will to work with Yoshi Mizuo, who pitched is from Osaka, pitched in Japan his entire career, and is now here for the first time? Actually,
it's not that hard at all to communicate. He's learned English and he speaks it pretty well now for as long as he's been here, and we've pretty much been on the same page. We've been getting to do a few things, a little different than they do in Japan over here. And last night he actually did them and executed them, so hopefully he's going to see how much success he can have with that.
I know, Tom, during the off-season last few years you've spent time as a substitute teacher, but you mentioned this year you didn't get a chance to do that. Was part of that the fact that you got to the big leagues and knew that there was some more work to be done?
Part of it is, and part of it's not. I just felt I had a little leeway in the money department, so I really didn't have to do it this year, and started to spend a little more time in the training, which I had the opportunity to do. I had some facilities that were provided to me this year, so I just decided to take advantage of them.
So it had nothing to do with having to deal with such nice high school kids like we have here in our group today?
No, the kids back home were great, and I actually missed doing it. I had made some good friends over there in the school, and but it's not my passion in life.
Well, Tom, again, hopefully things will turn around for not only you, but for everybody else. Obviously, you had the big home run here the other day, and hopefully things keep going in a positive direction for you.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, Tom Gregorio, our guest, back with today's starting lineups after this here on ESPN 1230.
Phone Directory. You can judge a book by its cover.
Phone Directory's company wants to thank you for a great year. And now that we're into the new year, watch for your local Phone Directory's editions arriving soon. That includes Lakeview, Salt Lake Valley, and Provo. Phone Directory's company has books in every city in Utah. And to advertise in one of our newest editions, just call us. It's toll-free at 800-228-0801. Or you can find us on the web at myphonedirectory.com. Just watch for the beautiful cover.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Attention golfers, GNC of Sandy has made a special purchase of junior golf sets directly from the manufacturer. You can now take advantage of this special purchase and save money without compromising quality. Each set includes putter, driver, 5, 7, and 9 iron with graphite shaft. The junior golf set also includes a deluxe 6-pocket golf bag with 2 shoulder harnesses and stand. This is normally sells for $120. Because of the special purchase, GNC of Sandy has a junior golf set blowout price at only $88.99. That means you'll save over $30. With 3 different sizes available, you'll find the correct size to fit your junior golfer. This special purchase is only available at GNC located in Sandy Mall at 772 East, 9400 South in Sandy. During this event, GNC has also marked down all the dog golf bags 30%. While you're there, check out the huge selection of custom-built clubs at incredible discounts. GNC, the company you've trusted since 1987. 772 East, 9400 South in Sandy, or call 571-2031. GNC is Sandy's golf headquarters.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field. Time now for a look at this afternoon's starting lineups. Brought to you by National Isuzu Southtown. Isuzu is back in the Salt Lake area. National Isuzu Southtown, located in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. First of all, for the visiting Colorado Springs Sky Sox, managed by Mar Foley. Leading off, the second baseman, Aaron Miles. Batting second, the shortstop, Clint Varmus. Hitting third and playing third base, Eric Almonte. Hitting cleanup, the designated hitter, Andy Tracy. Hitting fifth and playing right field, Rene Reyes. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Chris Donald. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Chu Freeman. Hitting eighth, the left fielder, Elvis Pena. And batting ninth, the catcher, Hector Ortiz. Pitching for Colorado Springs will be right-hander Travis Driscoll. For the homestanding Salt Lake Stingers, here's how manager Mike Brumley filled out his lineup card. Leading off, the second baseman, just up Class A Rancho Cucamonga, Javi Rodriguez. Batting second, the right fielder, Brian Gordon. Hitting third and playing first base, Jake Thrower. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Alex Pelaez. Hitting fifth and playing left field, Gary Johnson. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Barry Wesson. Hitting seventh and catching, Will Nieves. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Tom Gregorio. And hitting ninth, the shortstop, Casey Smith. Pitching for the Stingers will be right-hander Brandon Emanuel. The umpires assigned by the Pacific Coast League, Ramon Armendariz behind the plate, Mark Boer at first, and Todd Kitchener is the arbiter over at third. And whoever in the league or minor league office thought that sky blue shirts on gray pants looked good on an umpire, well, they must have been wearing sunglasses. Anyway, the Stingers and the Sky Sox a couple of minutes away from getting started. If you're in the neighborhood, hey, come out for lunch today and take an extended lunch from work. Otherwise, stay with us. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next here on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle. Stay tuned. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next on the home of the Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM. KHQS Murray, Salt Lake City.
Lots of great slow the crowd down the hook.
This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. Worldwide leader in sports on Citadel Broadcasting Station.
Mortgage rates have gone up Hi, this is Scott Borster with Alta Mortgage Group. Mortgage rates have increased recently, so at Alta Mortgage Group, we've created a new program which offers a rock-bottom fixed interest rate for up to 7 years that is flexible enough to allow you to pay a normal payment based on 10, 15, 20, or 30-year mortgage payments. Or just take a breather and just pay the interest rate you choose. This program sometimes cuts your mortgage payment in half. These rates are so low you'll have to call 628-9400 for a quote. We can also correct inaccurate credit scores that are making you pay higher interest rates on your loans. This problem of inaccurate credit scores is costing consumers millions of dollars per year. Let us help you today. We can help you correct these credit problems. Call 628-9400. That's 628-9400. Or visit us on the web at alphamortgagegroup.com. We are here to help you.
The field is live. The starting pitchers have finished their warm-up, and the managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Well, once again, good afternoon, everyone. Well, I guess it's still good morning for another 3 minutes as the Stingers and Sky Sox get ready to wrap up this series. And for the Stingers, their homestand, as the Stingers continue to struggle with short-handedness, again losing Adam Riggs last night. He was called up to the big leagues with Troy Gloss being put on the disabled list for the Anaheim Angels. He's going to have shoulder surgery coming up on Friday. And so Adam Riggs gets called up. Javi Rodriguez joins the Stingers from Class A, Rancho Cucamonga. The Stingers at 17-20 right now, 5.5 games behind first place Tacoma in the PCL North Division, while the Sky Sox are at 18-19, third in the Central, 2.5 behind the first place Iowa Cubs. Iowa already underway today, playing a doubleheader to make up yesterday's rainout in Des Moines. Iowa leading Sacramento 2-0 in the fifth inning. Omaha and Fresno scoreless in Nebraska in the third. Those are the other 2 day games scheduled in the Pacific Coast League. Tomorrow an off day, and then Thursday the Stingers begin an 8-game road trip with 4 in Oklahoma, followed by 4 in New Orleans. The umpires have exchanged lineup cards and greetings with the managers. The 2 starting pitchers have finished their workouts in their respective bullpens, and in just a moment the Stingers will be taking the field and will be getting set to get started here at the ballpark this afternoon. So again, come on over, take an extended lunch, and come out to the ballpark and enjoy the sunshine, although right now a little bit hazy and dusty with those strong southerly winds. But there is some cloud cover over the ballpark that appears to be moving out of the way, and the sun should be coming out here momentarily. Should be very comfortable temperature-wise. Just again, a little bit on the breezy and dusty side as these strong southerly winds are bringing dirt up from the south end of the valley from that sand pit. Really make things a little bit on the gritty side, but for the most part, still a pretty good day for baseball on a Tuesday afternoon business lunch special. Stingers are 2-5 so far on this homestand with a win over Albuquerque in the first game, and then they beat Colorado Springs here on Sunday afternoon. So the Stingers getting ready to take the diamond here in Salt Lake City. So let's take them around to their positions defensively. Gary Johnson's in left, Barry Wessett in center, and Brian Gordon's in right. Alex Pelaez at third, Casey Smith at short, Javi Rodriguez at second base, and Jake Thrower is at first. A battery of Brandon Emanuel pitching and Will Nieves catching. Before we get our ball game underway here at Franklin Covey Field, we'll have the singing of our national anthem before we play ball on this windy Tuesday afternoon. Right now, let's enjoy the singing of our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars.
national anthem. Rob McMaster singing the national anthem prior to the start of today's ball game. As we mentioned, it is windy, it is blustery, and it is dirty. As dust in the air, a little bit gritty, but again, fortunately, the clouds look like they're about ready to pass on by, and we'll have bright sunshine here before long. Taking a look at the conditions here for game time here in Salt Lake City. The temperature right now at 77 degrees, but the wind steady at 26 and gusting to 39 miles per hour. So you're going to have to use a cannon to hit the ball out of here to right field today. And any ball hit the air will be pushed towards the third base and left field line. Brandon Emanuel on the mound for the Stingers, making his fourth start since his stretch and extended spring training due to a rib cage muscle pull that he suffered in spring training. Emanuel, 12 and a third innings so far. He's allowed 21 hits, 14 runs, 13 of them earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 8. Emanuel 0-2 with a 9.49 earned run average. The PCL hitting .375 against the 6'3", 210-pound right-hander, Brandon Emanuel. So Brandon trying to find the win column today. Fastball curve changeup pitcher, a second-round draft pick in 1998 by the Angels out of Northwestern State in Louisiana. Stingers in their home whites with the red numerals and lettering, trimmed in black with a red cap. Sky Sox wearing their black tops, the forest green numerals and lettering, trimmed in gray. Will Nieves with the peg down to second base, the ball being tossed around the infield, so we're ready to go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is on the air for a Tuesday afternoon here in Salt Lake City. Leading things off will be the second baseman, Aaron Miles. Miles played yesterday for the first time since being sent down from the Rockies. Went 2 for 5 with a double and 1 run batted in. At Colorado, Miles was hitting .258 with 2 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 11 RBIs. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Emanuel. First pitch, a fastball in at the knees for a strike, and we're underway. 0-1 the count on Miles, acquired in the offseason by Colorado. From the White Sox for infielder Juan Uribe. The 0-1 pitch is lined towards right center field. On the run, Wesson won't get to it. It drops in for a base hit. Miles will take the turn and hold at first base. So the leadoff man is aboard for Colorado Springs here in the first. Here's Clint Parmes, the shortstop, hitting .361, 12 doubles, 3 homers, and 11 runs batted in. He's 4 for 14 so far in this series. So runner at first base, nobody out. The right-hander ready, the pitch. Bunted by Barmes towards third, charging Pelaez. Glove throws to first in time for the out. On the play, Miles goes to second. 5-3 on the sacrifice, and so with 1 away, a runner in scoring position. The batter will be Eric Almonte, the third baseman, hitting .347, 5 doubles, 7 homers, 20 runs batted in. 6 for 14 in the series. Sky Sox have scored exactly 1 run in each of the first 3 games of this series. And they have a runner at second base here with 1 out. By the way, that pregame check of the defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with a beautiful cover. Or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. Almonte, the hitter with the Yankees last year for 31 games, hit .260, hit .240 in 48 games at AAA Columbus. First pitch to Almonte is down low, ball 1. Want to know the count on the right-hand batter from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. 25 years old in his 9th professional season. When he was signed by the Yankees in '96, he was still only 17 years old. 1 ball to count on Almonte. The second baseman Rodriguez shaded up the middle. The pitch low and inside, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Almonte. Marv Foley, the Colorado Springs manager, coaching at third base. Hitting coach and former University of Tennessee quarterback Alan Cockrell over at first. 2 balls, no strikes the count on Almonte. Short lead at second for Miles. Emanuel spins, but no throw, as Miles was only a couple of steps off the bag. Rodriguez did not come over to cover. 2 balls, no strikes the count. The pitch. Swung on in line into right center field. Wesson on the run, makes the Bill the Cap high catch for the out. And holding at second base is Miles. So 2 down. There's been a flip-flop for the Stingers, as Avi Rodriguez is actually playing shortstop with Casey Smith over at second base. Either way, they make up the double play combination. So 2 outs now. A runner at second for Andy Tracy, the designated hitter. Tracy hitting .357, 14 doubles, a triple, 6 homers, and 35 runs batted in, second in the PCL. 1 behind Jason Dubois of Iowa. So a runner at second base, 2 outs. Emmanuel from the stretch. Time called. Emmanuel stepped off a big sheet of paper or a plastic bag floating in front of Barry Wesson a moment ago. Now settling down on the warning track in left center. The first pitch now to Andy Tracy. Breaking ball, strike at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Tracy with a big first game in this series. He drove in 6 runs, 4 of them on a grand slam. 0-1 the count. Emmanuel checks Miles at second, and now the right-hander steps off as time is called at home plate. So the Stingers trying for the split on the series and try to end up 3-5 on the homestand. No balls, 1 strike. Emmanuel ready. The pitch. Curveball is low, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tracy at the plate has appeared in 121 Major League games, all with Montreal during the 2000 and 2001 seasons. Davis behind the plate, the sign down. And now the target up as Emmanuel comes set. The 1-1 pitch to Tracy. Swing and a foul back off the top of the screen, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And no daytime action in the major leagues. The Stingers' parent club, the Angels, hosting the New York Yankees tonight in the battle of division leaders. Javier Vasquez, 3-4 for New York. Aaron Seeley, 2-0 for the Angels. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Tracy. Again, the shortstop Rodriguez in behind the runner at second base. Miles, the 1-2. He struck him out swinging on a curveball, and that retires the side. So, for the first time in this series, the Sky Sox are scoreless in the first. 1 hit and 1 runner left on base. So after the first half inning of play, it's Colorado Springs nothing, and the Stingers are coming to bat here on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Oil's one for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go catch your Jake. Jake's over the top, baby. Yeah.
Let me tell you about Jake's Over the Top. The name comes from the insane way their monster shakes rises inches above the top of the cup. A mountain of ice cream blended with fresh fruit, nuts, candy, and cookies. Like the strawberry banana shake, the turtle shake, or the Oreo.
When it's going lonesome tonight.
Join me for a burger big enough for the 2. It's called a Big Jake Burger. This hunk of burning love is 2 quarter-pound cheeseburgers. That's a half pound of charred broiled ground steak, topped with 2 slices of cheddar cheese, freshly cooked bacon, ketchup, mayo, mustard, pickles, lettuce, and tomatoes on a sesame seed bun.
Jake's Over the Top now has slow roasted pork. Try our new slow roasted pork sandwich, loaded with slow roasted pork, pepper jack, cheese, barbecue sauce, lettuce, tomatoes, and fried onion strings. Served on a hot deli roll for only $3.49. At Jake's, we don't stop at the top.
Ready
you're trading your car in or you want to keep it forever, then get those nasty dents and dings removed by Dent Pro. Dent Pro, the mobile paintless dent repair, will come to you. Dent Pro fixes shopping cart dents, creases, hail damage, and everyday door dings without disturbing the factory paint.
If your bumper's dented, torn, or scuffed, Dent Pro now offers bumper repair and bumper touch-up at half the cost of a body shop. At Dent Pro, we'll make them new again.
Mobile, convenient, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call today toll-free, 1-877-DENT-PRO.
First inning, no score. Taking a look at the Colorado Springs defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Elvis Pena in left, Hugh Freeman in center, Rene Reyes in right, Eric Almonte at third, Clint Varmus at short, Aaron Miles at second, and Chris Donalds at first. A battery of Travis Driscoll pitching and Hector Ortiz catching. Javi Rodriguez in the batter's box making his AAA debut. Swings at the first pitch and chops one on 3 hops to short. Varmus up with him to throw to first. In time, 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll bring up Brian Gordon, the right fielder, batting .238. 6 doubles, 4 homers, 14 runs batted in, just 1 for 13 in the series. Travis Driscoll on the mound for Colorado Springs, making his 9th appearance and his 6th start. In 30 1/3 innings, he's given up 31 hits, 15 runs, all of them earned. He's walked 5 and struck out 20. Driscoll has won 3 and lost 3 with an earned run average of 4.45. PCL batting .263 against right-hander Travis Driscoll. First pitch to Brian Gordon is off speed and over for a strike. 0-1. The wind howling in our effects microphone again. Steady at 26 and gusting to 39. Driscoll ready to pitch. Swung on and sliced foul. Up over the roof, out of play. 0-2. Travis Driscoll, 6 feet tall, 215 in his 12th professional season, signed as a free agent by Colorado back in November. Last year, he spent his time both with the Baltimore Orioles and their AAA affiliate at Ottawa. The 0-2, breaking ball low, 1-2 the count. He had 9 starts at Ottawa. He was 4-0 with a 2.84 earned run average. 20 relief appearances for the Orioles. He was 3-5 with an ERA of 6 and 1 save. 1-2 the count on Brian Gordon. The outfield shifted around towards left a bit. Pitch. Curveball inside as Gordon jackknifes to get out of the way. That evens the count at 2-2. Driscoll's last outing, the start at Edmonton, and he got the win, giving up only 1 run on 6 hits in 5 innings. He's won his last 2 starts. The 2-2 to Gordon, swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out. 2 down here in the first. That'll bring up Jake Thrower. Thrower playing first base today, hitting .263, 10 doubles, and 12 runs batted in. 2 for 13 in this series. So Driscoll on the mound looking for his 3rd straight win. Originally a 4th-round pick of the Cleveland Indians in 1993 out of Texas Tech University. The 2 outs, bases empty for Thrower. The pitch, strike on the outside corner, just under the belt, 0-1. Thrower, a switch hitter, batting left-handed against the right-hander Driscoll. On the line by Travis in the 0-1. Swung on and flared foul down the left field side, well out of play as the wind pushes it back. And the count on Thrower is 0-2. And 345 down the left field line, 315 down the right field line, 385 to the alleys, and 420 to straightaway center field. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Thrower as Driscoll deals. Swung on, ground ball toward short, backhanded by Varmus. The step and the throw to first, on target and in time to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down go the Stingers in the first. At the end of 1, there's no score at Franklin Covey Field here on ESPN 1230.
Attention golfers, ENCF Sandy has made a special purchase of junior golf sets directly from the manufacturer. You can now take advantage of this special purchase and save money without compromising quality. Each set includes putter, driver, 5, 7, and 9 iron with graphite shaft. The junior golf set also includes a deluxe 6-pocket golf bag with 2 shoulder harnesses and stamp. This is normally sells for $120. Because of the special purchase, ENCF Sandy has a junior golf set blowout price at only $88.99. That means you'll save over $30. With 3 different sizes available, you'll find the correct size to fit your junior golfer. This special purchase is only available at CNC located in Sandy Mall at 772 East, 9400 South in Sandy. During this event, CNC has also marked down all the dog golf bags 30%. While you're there, check out the huge selection of custom-built clubs at incredible discounts. CNC, the company you've trusted since 1987. 772 East, 9400 South in Sandy, or call 571-2031. CNC is Sandy's dog headquarters.
Opportunity's not just knocking, it's pounding. Right now, you can pick a new Honda, motorcycle, scooter, or ATV in stock with 0 down payment and 6.9% fixed APR for up to 5 years to American Honda Finance Corporation. And right now, you can register to win a Honda XR80R in a Big Deals Little Wheels program brought to you by Honda and Stedman's. See store for rules and details. So get down to Stedman's Recreation on Main in Tooele. Finance available to qualified buyers. Payment example, 15 monthly payments of $19.75 for each $1,000 finance. Offer good through May 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
All right, we go to the second inning. No score. It'll be Rene Reyes, Chris Donalds, and Q Freeman. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up in the Sky Sox order to face right-hander Brandon Emanuel. His last start was a loss here on May 13th against Albuquerque. In 5 innings, he gave up 7 hits, 5 runs. They were all earned. He walked 2 and struck out 4. Brandon Emanuel to face Rene Reyes, the switch hitter, batting from the left side against the right-hander Emanuel. Rene batting .377, 2 doubles, a homer, and 8 runs batted in since being sent down from Colorado. First pitch on the way, low and inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Reyes so far in this series, 6 for 13. Now Emanuel's 1-0 pitch. Rene shows bunt and gets his left foot out of the way on a breaking ball down and in, and the count's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Stingers trying to earn a split in this series after dropping 2 out of the first 3. 2-0 pitch. Reyes swings and lifts 1 foul. Third base side out of play. 2 balls and a strike to count. Emanuel last year took a loss to the Sky Sox in Colorado Springs, 9-6. 2-1 pitch, chopped to the right side, knocked down by the first baseman thrower, picks it up, the underhand toss to first, not in time. Thrower was there in time, but the ball spun out of his mitt and dropped to the ground, rolled away a little bit, and that gave Reyes enough time to reach first base. So, runner at first, nobody out. The batter will be Chris Donalds, the first baseman. Donalds hitting .245, 1 homer and 4 runs batted in. Donalds 1 for 4 as Reyes is credited with a hit. So the infield at double play depth. Emanuel ready. The pitch. Strike. A fastball in above the knees. 0-1. Donalds on his 6th stop in the PCL Tour. He played for Albuquerque when they were the Dukes and the Dodgers affiliate. Las Vegas, Tucson, Iowa. And also last year with Albuquerque as a Florida Marlins affiliate as the Albuquerque Isotopes. 1 strike the count on Donalds. Emanuel's throw to first bounces in, but thrower comes up with it to keep it from getting by. Runner at first, nobody out. On a gift base hit for Rene Reyes. Now Emanuel sets the 0-1. Misses high, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Donalds at the plate, a veteran of 450 Major League games played with the Mets, Astros, Red Sox, and Dodgers. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Reyes, the lead at first base. He's stolen 5 bases this year and been thrown out just once. Emanuel from the far first base side of the pitching rubber delivers the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball, could be 2. Rodriguez to second, that's 1. Smith to first, that's 2. 6-4-3 double play, and there are 2 outs and nobody on base. That is the 34th double play turned by the Stingers this year, and with every double play, the folks at Taco Maker donate $5 to the United Way. Here's Q Freeman, the center fielder. Freeman batting .283, 8 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 21 runs batted in, 4 for 12 in this series with 2 RBIs. First pitch on the way, line and off the glove of Casey Smith into right field, a base hit. That ball sailed a bit on Casey, got to his left quickly, reached up and had the ball glance off the top of his glove. So Freeman aboard with the third hit of the ball game for Colorado Springs, and the batter will be Elvis Pena, the left fielder, making his first appearance of this series. Pena batting .290 with 4 doubles and 4 runs batted in. Signed as a free agent right at the end of spring training. Spent last year playing independent ball with Long Island of the Atlantic League. Swings and fouls the first pitch back for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. No transaction so far today in Major League Baseball. But it's early. And no Major League games scheduled until tonight. A couple of other PCL games going on right now. We'll update the scores in the top of the third. As the throw to first drives Freeman back. Freeman 1 for 3 in the stolen base department. Of course, the one transaction, I guess, today actually was last night. Adam Riggs going up to the Angels. Troy Gloss going on the disabled list. The 0-1 to Pena, swung on and lined into center field, a base hit. Played on the rollout there by Wesson. Freeman will stop at second base. And now the Sky Sox have runners at first and second. 2 out for Hector Ortiz, the catcher. Ortiz batting .213, 1 double and 4 runs batted in. This is just his second game of the series. He went 1 for 3 here on Sunday afternoon. Hector, a veteran of 17 years in professional baseball. Last year he played for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, AAA affiliate at Durham, the Durham Bulls. Played the entire season there. That's the first time since 1995 that Ortiz had spent an entire season with only one team. He's probably actually able to get a magazine subscription or 2 last year. Wasn't always on the move. So 2 out, 2 on for Ortiz as Emmanuel delivers. Low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The wind continuing to howl. You can hear it rattling our parabolic microphone. 1 ball, no strikes. Manuel ready. The pitch. Swing and a tap up the first base side and foul. Handled over there by Alan Cockrell over at first base, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Alan Cockrell, the first base coach and hitting coach for this Colorado Springs team. He was a key part of that 95 Sky Sox team that beat the Buzz in the PCL Championship Series that year. Former University of Tennessee quarterback. Now the 1-1. Bird ball high, snap throw to second base. On the head first dive is Q Freeman as Casey Smith came over with the tag. 2 balls and a strike the count on Ortiz. Cockrell actually was a third-team All-American at quarterback at Tennessee, helping the Vols to the Citrus Bowl championship. The year before, he was the offensive MVP at the Peach Bowl. Has had his number retired by Colorado Springs. 2-1 pitch on the way, hit on 1 hop to short, backhanded by Rodriguez. The toss to second base for the force out on Pena, and that'll do it for Colorado Springs in the second inning. No runs, 3 hits, 2 left, and after an inning and a half, it's the Stingers nothing, Colorado Springs nothing here on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
The following message for self-employed business owners is brought to you by the National Association for the Self-Employed. 801-255-7131.
Hi, I'm Merlin Olsen. When I played professional football, I had a whole team out there backing me up. But now that I'm self-employed, I have to take care of all the little things I used to take for granted, like health insurance and taxes. That's why I joined the National Association for the Self-Employed. Now I'm part of an organization that helps self-employed business owners like me with affordable endorsed health insurance. I get tax and business advice that's perfect for my needs. The National Association for the Self-Employed can help you tackle credit card processing, collections, and more. So whether you're a team of one or you have a few employees, call the National Association for the Self-Employed, an important part of a winning game plan.
Endorsed Insurance is underwritten by the Mega Life and Health Insurance Company. Not available in all states. Call Chris at 255-7131. That's 255-7131.
Whether you're trading your car in or you want to keep it forever, then get those nasty dents and dings removed by Dent Pro. Dent Pro, the mobile paintless dent repair, will come to you. Dent Pro fixes shopping cart dents, creases, hail damage, and everyday door dings without disturbing the factory paint.
If your bumper's dented, torn, or scuffed, Dent Pro now offers bumper repair and bumper touch-up at half the cost of a body shop. At Dent Pro, we'll make them new again.
Mobile, convenient, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call today toll-free, 1-877-DENT-PRO.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning. 0-0 our score. It'll be Alex Pelaez, Gary Johnson, and Barry Wesson due up, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the Stingers' batting order to face right-hander Travis Driscoll. Alex Pelaez to start it off. Pelaez batting .327. 5 doubles, 1 triple, 2 homers, and 23 runs batted in. Pelaez 4 for 13 in this series with a pair of home runs, both of them to the opposite field and right. An unlikely scenario today, and the first pitch in on the left arm of Pelaez hits him. And so Alex will move on down to first base. For Pelaez, that is the first time he's been hit this year and only the 4th Stinger batter that's been plunked. So Pelaez at first, nobody out. For Travis Driscoll, that is the 3rd batter that he has hit. That'll bring up Gary Johnson, the left fielder, batting .261. 3 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 12 runs batted in. Gary has come out of his slump. He's 4 for 9 in this series, including a home run. So a runner at first. Nobody out. Gotta wonder if that might not have been a purpose pitch after Darren Atkins was hit last night. Johnson swings, grounds one through the left side into left field, a base hit. Pelaez will stop at second base, and the Stingers have something going with runners at first and second and nobody out. One of the keys to Gary's recent resurgence at the plate has been going the other way with the pitch, and that time he did just that, poking it in between Almonte and Barmes on the left side of the infield. That'll bring up Barry Wesson, the center fielder, hitting .258, 8 doubles, 3 homers, 20 runs batted in. Wesson 4 for 10 with a homer and 3 RBI in this series. Now once again, Colorado Springs infield at double play depth. Driscoll ready from the belt. The first pitch to Wesson. Strike on the inside corner under the belt, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors of Salt Lake, the mobile paintless dent repair company, comes to your home or office to work on your car. Call them today at 1-877-DENT PRO. Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors, they make them like new again. Now Driscoll ready. The 0-1. Swinging and a miss at a fastball, 0-2. Dent Pro donates $5 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Utah for every stolen base by the Stingers this season. They've stolen 22 bases, so the total donation so far is $110. Elias at second, Johnson at first, nobody out. Stingers trying to grab the early lead here. Driscoll ready from the belt, the 0-2. Swung on, line to the left field, a base hit. Elias coming to third, the stop sign is up there as the left fielder Pena fires it in a hurry. And so now the Stingers have the bases loaded with nobody out. And with that single, Barry Wesson has now hit safely in 9 straight games, his longest hitting streak of the season. So now the Stingers with a great chance, with the bases loaded, nobody out. Will Nieves the batter. Nieves batting .305, 5 doubles, 3 triples, 4 homers, 15 runs batted in. So far this year, Will 0 for 2 with the bases loaded, but he has brought in a pair of runs. 2 for 7 in this series after taking yesterday off. Infield, double play depth. The first pitch to Nieves, a breaking ball low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. 3 years ago, Driscoll was 4th in the Pacific Coast League with 11 wins for the New Orleans Zephyrs. 2 years in a row, he led the PCL in innings pitched. 1 ball to count on Nieves. The pitch. Swing, a little flare out into shallow right. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Pelaez will score. Johnson being waved on in. He will score. On to third base goes Barry Wesson on a 2-run single by Will Nieves. And the Stingers take a 2-0 lead. Will jammed on that one a little bit. Just kind of softly lobbed it out into right field. And picked up his 16th and 17th runs batted in. So the first 4 batters have reached here in the second. Stingers with runners at the corners. Still nobody out, and the batter will be Tom Gregorio, the designated hitter. Tom batting .206, 2 homers, and 8 runs batted in. Our guest in the on-deck circle. 2 for 9 in this series. First pitch on the way. Swing and a foul. Back to the base of the screen. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Stingers 1 under the roster limit of 24 right now. Billy Boyer sent back to extended spring, bothered by a sore knee. The 0-1 pitch, low for a ball, 1-1. They want to get him ready for the start of the Provo Angels season coming up in a month. Right now the Stingers 1 under the limit. Weston at third, Nieves at first. Nobody out, 2-0 Stingers here in the second. Now Driscoll from the belt ready. The 1-1 pitch to Gregorio. Swing and a foul back into the screen, 1-2. Casey Smith, the second baseman, is on deck. The wind now, according to the weather channel, 28 miles per hour steady, gusting to 40. Temperature has actually dropped a couple of degrees down to 75. So comfortable temperatures, but annoying wind. 1-2 the count on Gregorio. Driscoll's pitch. Swinging a line shot fair inside the third base bag, and that's going to roll all the way into the left field corner. Wesson will score, and Nieves taking for third. He's being waved on him as Gregorio motors into second base with a 2-run double, and the Stingers now lead it 4-0. So for Gregorio, that is his first double of the year, and that is his 9th and 10th runs batted in, as the first 5 batters have all reached here in the second inning. So now a runner at second base. Still nobody out, and the batter will be Casey Smith, the second baseman, batting .133 since his promotion from Double-A Arkansas. 1 double and 3 runs batted in. 0 for 7 in this series. Pitch on the way. Smith lines one foul. Watch out. 1 strike. That one looked like it caught the fan down there in the third row behind the dugout, right on the left shoulder. That one will leave a mark. No balls, 1 strike the count. Driscoll's pitch. Smith takes a little bit low, and that evens the count at 1-1. 4-0 Stingers here in the second. As they've jumped all over Travis Driscoll, and it all started when Alex Pelaez was hit by a pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Smith. The pitch. Swung on, line towards right. Reyes on the run, makes the bill of the cap-high catch for the out. Fires it back in towards third, holding Gregorio at second base. Casey hit that one on the nose, but right in Rene Reyes' neighborhood. Here's Javi Rodriguez, who on the first AAA pitch he ever saw bounced out to short. Rodriguez started the year at Double-A Arkansas, where he hit .250 with 1 triple and 2 runs batted in. Had been at Rancho Cucamonga as well, hitting .243. First pitch in the dirt, rolls away from the catcher Ortiz, and Gregorio will head to third. That'll likely be a wild pitch on Driscoll, and that for him will be his 4th of the year. So now a runner at third, 1 out on a 1-ball count on Rodriguez. Infield in all the way around. The 1-0. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rodriguez, a 5th-round pick in 2002 out of the University of Miami. Gregorio at third, 1 out. A pitch. Breaking ball low, and it's 2-1. Last year at Rancho, Rodriguez in 32 games at .262, 5 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 6 RBI. Javi at shortstop. With Casey Smith playing at second today, Jake Throwers over at first. 2 balls and a strike on Rodriguez as Driscoll deals. Swung on, lined it through the hole into left field, a base hit. In from third, Tom Gregorio, as Javi Rodriguez picks up an RBI single in just his second AAA at bat. And the Stingers now have a 5-0 lead. So Rodriguez comes through, still only 1 out, and here's Brian Gordon, who struck out swinging his first time up. And that's going to bring the pitching coach of the Sky Sox, Bob McClure, out to the mound to have a word with Travis Driscoll, who has been scuffling here in the second inning after working a 1-2-3 first. McClure, a long-time reliever in the major leagues, although he did spend 3 years as a starter, primarily with Milwaukee. Saved 2 of the Brewers' 3 wins, the 1982 World Series against the Cardinals. McClure also played for Kansas City, Milwaukee, Montreal, the Mets, the Angels, the Cardinals, and the Marlins before retiring after the 93 season. So the home plate umpire, Ramon Armendariz, breaks up the conversation out on the hill. 5-0 in favor of the Stingers here, with a runner at first base and only 1 out. Now Driscoll ready, and the first pitch to Gordon. Swing and a foul. That one banging off the right leg of the catcher, Hector Ortiz. Strike 1. 0-1 the count on the left-hand batter. Driscoll in 98 before pitching for New Orleans. Spent part of that season in Japan pitching for the Yakult Swallows. He finally got that first big league opportunity with Baltimore. He was just the 5th rookie in Orioles history to open up 5-0. But struggling here this afternoon as the 0-1 comes home to Gordon. Curveball low into the dirt, blocked by the catcher Ortiz, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mike Brumley, Stingers manager, coaching over at third base with the Angels roving base running, and outfield instructor Bobby Mitchell over at first. Jim Effort getting the view from the dugout in this series. The 1-1. Swing and a tap foul behind home plate, and it's 1-2. Brian Gordon, the 8th man to come to bat in this inning for the Stingers as they put up a 5 spot here in the second inning. 1 shy of their season high 6 runs in 1 inning. That came in the 5th inning against Albuquerque on Friday night. 1-2 the count on Gordon as Driscoll delivers. It bounces in front of home plate. A delayed steal by Rodriguez. Stops, goes, stops, and now runs into a tag by the shortstop Farmers. Rodriguez, some indecision cost him there. If he had just kept on going, the throw was so poor that he would have been able to make it. But Rodriguez, I'm sure, a little on the excited side, getting called up from Class A Rancho. And so now 2 outs, the base is empty, and a 2-2 count on Gordon. Now Driscoll ready, the pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. He struck him out, and that retires the side. But a very productive second inning for the Stingers as they score 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and nobody left on the base paths. And after 2 complete innings of play, it's now the Stingers 5 and Colorado Springs nothing here on ESPN 1230.
From the backyard to the fields and the back 40, Greenline Equipment has the John Deere equipment you need. The John Deere L100 series are the best in their class. And right now, with introductory payments starting at just $29 a month, you can afford the best. Speaking of the best, The John Deere 2210 compact utility tractor has a 23 horsepower liquid-cooled diesel engine, shift-on-the-go four-wheel drive, and optional quick park loader that attaches and detaches in minutes. It's a utility tractor that's built for the long haul, and it's priced right, starting with introductory payments at just $139 per month. Stop dreaming. Start doing during deer season at Green Line Equipment, with locations in Layton, Salt Lake, and Springville.
If you think I demand perfection for my players on the court, you should visit with knowledgeable professionals at Green Line Equipment. Whether you're cutting your lawn or 10,000 acres of hay, they have the right equipment for your job.
On the red tree, on the red tree, you can judge the book by its cover.
Phone Directories Company wants to thank you for a great year. And now that we're into the new year, watch for your local Phone Directories editions arriving soon. That includes Lakeview, Salt Lake Valley, and Provo. Phone Directories Company has books in every city in Utah. And to advertise in one of our newest editions, just call us. It's toll-free at 800-228-0801. Or you can find us on the web at myphonedirectory.com. Just watch for the beautiful cover.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we head to the third inning. Stingers out in front 5-0. Top of the order due up for Colorado Springs. Aaron Miles, Clint Farmas, and Eric Almonte. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Stingers. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for Colorado Springs. Aaron Miles to lead things off. He singled to center in the first. He was advanced to second on a sacrifice bunt, but was stranded there. Well, Brandon Emanuel given a cushion. Let's see what he can do with it here as the big right-hander delivers to Miles. He bunts and foul behind home plate. Strike one. Time now to find out who's playing under the lights tonight at the PCL and Major League Baseball. Brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. You can check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. And the Pacific Coast League, a couple of day games today to go along with this one. The 0-1 pitch. Miles swings. It's a two-hopper towards first. Thrower has it. The underhand lead toss to Emanuel in time for the out. So one away. That'll bring up Clint Farmas, who successfully sacrificed Miles in the first inning. In the 7th inning at Des Moines, Iowa leading Sacramento by a score of 4-0. In the 5th at Omaha, the Royals and Fresno were tied 1-1. That Sacramento-Iowa game, that's the first game of a doubleheader needed by the rainout yesterday, and this is the last time these two teams will play each other. First pitch to Barmes, a curveball high, ball one. Elsewhere tonight, Portland is at Nashville, Memphis hosts Tacoma, Albuquerque visits Edmonton, and New Orleans is at Tucson, with Oklahoma, the Stingers' next opponent, playing at Las Vegas. Now the 1-0 pitch, Barmes takes a curveball low, and it's 2-0. In the American League, the White Sox are at Cleveland tonight. Minnesota visits Toronto. Tampa Bay hosts Boston. Kansas City at Texas. Baltimore at Seattle. Detroit at Oakland, and the Angels host the Yankees. The 2-0 fastball is high, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Over in the National League, Milwaukee is at Montreal. Florida hosts Houston. Dodgers visit Philadelphia. Pittsburgh entertains San Diego. The Pirates looking for their 5th straight win. St. Louis is at New York. Colorado at Cincinnati. The 3-0 pitch to Barmes. Fastball high, and Barmes is aboard on 4 straight pitches. That is the first walk issued by Emanuel, so a runner at first base and 1 out for Eric Almonte at the third baseman. Almonte flied out to Weston in center field his first time up. Also tonight, Arizona is at Atlanta. The D-backs have lost 5 in a row. And two teams headed in opposite directions tonight in Chicago as the Cubs host the Giants. Chicago's won 4 in a row. The Giants have lost 4 straight. Here it's 5-0 Stingers in the third. A runner at first base, 1 out. The infield to double play. Depth the pitch. Slow curve over for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Eric Almonte. In his career, he's played 39 Major League games, all for the Yankees. .269 average, 1 homer, 11 runs batted in pinstripes. Throw to first base, sends Barmes scrambling back. Barmes, the stolen base leader for Colorado Springs with 8. He's been thrown out 4 times. And from Oklahoma, 6:05 starts Mountain Time, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 1:05 start on Sunday. Now Emmanuel steps off as Varmus does a dance around first base. From New Orleans, all 4 games will be 6:05 starts Mountain Time. 0-1 the count on Almonte as the 0-1 comes home. Swinging a ground foul. That one skipping into the first row. And a nice grab by the gentleman who knew he was going to bring his glove for a reason today. Now the count's 0-2, and now he's going to hand the ball over to a youngster. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Varmus. Thursday at Oklahoma, Chris Butchek goes for the Stingers against Nick Virgilio. A right-hander. It'll be Steve Green on Friday night against lefty Ryan Snare. 0-2 the count on Almonte. Emmanuel ready. And again he steps off. Former Sky Sox left-hander Corey Vance will be going for the Red Hawks on Saturday against the Stingers' Mike Brunet. Now the 0-2 bounces in, blocked by the catcher Nieves, holding Varmus at first, and the count's 1-2. And Sunday afternoon, Jason Middlebrook for the Stingers against right-hander John Wasden. Will be on the mound for Oklahoma. Runner at first base, 1 out. Stingers leading 5-0 here in the third. Emmanuel ready from the stretch, the 1-2. Fastball just inside above the knees, 2-2. Andy Tracy, the designated hitter, is due next. Pacific Coast League yesterday announced its PCL Players of the Week. Despite playing only 3 games, Tucson catcher Craig Ansman won the Batter of the Week honors as he went 5 for 11 with 10 RBI, 2 homers, including a grand slam. Throw to first base, sends Varmus back. He had the grand slam against Oklahoma on May 14th. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Almonte as Emmanuel comes set. The runner doesn't go. The pitch tapped to the right side. Second baseman Smith, far to his left, has it. Flips to first for the out, and on the play, Varmus goes to second. Softly hit ground ball off the end of the bat of Almonte. Only play was at first base, so 2 down. Varmus in scoring position for Andy Tracy. The designated hitter has struck out swinging his first time up. The pitcher of the week, Sacramento's Mike Wood, who went 7 2/3 scoreless innings on May the 14th against Omaha, allowing only 2 hits, striking out 10 and walking 1. Stingers went through the entire 2003 season without a batter or pitcher of the week, even though there were some players who probably should have won. So runner at second base, 2 out. The first pitch to Tracy is a changeup, high, ball 1. Want to know the count on Andy Tracy, who is the youngest of 8 children in the Tracy family. Former Eastern League MVP with Harrisburg in '99. A massive year for the Senators. He hit 37 homers and drove in 128 runs. A 1-0 pitch to Tracy. Swung on, grounded through the middle and into center field, a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home is Varmus. It's an RBI single for Andy Tracy. And the Sky Sox are on the board. It's 5-1 Salt Lake. Tracy driving in his 36th run of the year, tying him with Jason Dubois of Iowa for the league lead. So a runner at first, 2 out for Ray Reyes. Reached on an infield single, his first time up. Hits are now even at 5 apiece. Sky Sox had put runners in scoring position in each of the first 2 innings, but finally in the third they were able to cash in. Now Emmanuel trying to keep it at just a 1-run inning. Pitch on the way, off speed and over for a strike, and it's 0-1. That's one of the things that Mike Brunet talked about in the on-deck circle yesterday in his effort the other day. Wanted to prevent the big inning, which has been part of the problem lately. Here's a swing and a ground ball, left side, backhanded by the shortstop Rodriguez. He sets and throws a strike to first in time for the out, and that retires the side. 1 run, 1 hit One runner left on base, and after 2.5 here in Salt Lake City, it's the Stingers 5, Colorado Springs 1 on ESPN 1230.
Driving in my truck, my broken down truck. I needed some new wheels in a bad way. But my credit's kind of weak. My ex-wife took my Jeep and ran off with my lawyer at Central Pay. I went through over sales for a deal that really well. The service and selection and the best. Low books really sweet. Their prices can be beat. Low book sales will finance you today. So if you're driving in your car, you're aching, breaking car, and you need some new wheels right away, Low book will hook you up. They got me my new truck. They'll finance you, so come on down today. Yeah, come to Low Sales for a deal that really well.
Call 1-877-LOW-BOOK. Operators are standing by. Low Book Sales. High volume, low prices.
Drive J.D. Power's #1 rated midsize car, the Hyundai Sonata, for $216 a month with 0 down. Test drive the Hyundai Sonata at your friendly Wasatch Front Hyundai dealer today. Westland Hyundai in Ogden, Kengarth Hyundai downtown Salt Lake, Intermountain Hyundai South Salt Lake, Riverton Hyundai in Sandy, and University Hyundai in Orem.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. Stingers leading 5-1. Jake Thrower to lead things off. He's the only player in the Stinger lineup who did not see any action at the plate in the second inning. Jake grounded to short his first time at bat. So Travis Driscoll's first pitch on the way, and Thrower takes low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Time now to find out what else happened on this date in baseball history. Brought to you by Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Low, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Thrower. Just 20 minutes from the ballpark. Visit Stedman's, where you deal with the owner, not a salesman. On this date in 2000, former Salt Lake Buzz shortstop Denny Hocking has 5 hits, including 2 doubles, a homer, and 3 RBIs in the Twins' 10-5 win over Oakland. Here's Thrower swinging and chopping one on 2 hops to first. Up with it is Donald. He'll step on the bag for out number 1. Thrower retired. That'll bring up Alex Pelaez, who was hit in the left arm by a pitch that got things going last inning. Also on this date in baseball history, a couple of other things of note. Pelaez at the plate. First pitch from Driscoll is a curveball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Also on this date, in the Tigers' 6-5 win over Kansas City, as Pelaez swings and pops it up foul. First base side out of play, 0-2 the count. Kansas City left fielder Biff Roberts has an at-bat against Felipe Lira that lasted 14 minutes. An at-bat that featured 18 pitches as well as 9 pickoff throws to first. Swing and a miss by Pelaez. He struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Travis Driscoll, and there's 2 down here in the third. 14-minute at bat. Here's Gary Johnson, who singled to left. Alex Cora for the Dodgers had a 17-pitch at bat the other day that ended in him hitting a home run against the Cubs. So 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch to Johnson. Breaking ball inside at the knees, ball 1. Want to know, on this date in 1992, St. George native Bruce Hurst hurls a 1-hit shutout for San Diego over the Mets, beating Dwight Gooden 3-0. 1-0 pitch to Johnson. Fastball misses downstairs, ball 2. 2-0 the count. 5-1 Stingers here in the bottom of the third with 2 out and nobody on base. Now Driscoll ready, the 2-0. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Al Alpine resident Dale Murphy at this date in 1979 hit 3 homers and 3 at-bats to lead the Braves over the Giants 6-4 as Johnson takes low, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Another reason Johnson has been a little bit resurgent over the last few days, a little more selective at the plate, and he's walked several times. 3-1 pitch, and he takes a fastball strike on the inside corner above the knees, and that fills the count at 3-2. So a full count on Johnson. But Barry Wesson due next. Driscoll ready, the 3-2 payoff pitch. Curveball, strike 3 called on the inside corner above the knees. Johnson backed away, thinking it was inside in ball 4. Instead, 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of 3, it's the Stingers 5 and Colorado Springs 1 here on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State and Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Opportunity's not just knocking, it's pounding. Right now, you can pick a new Honda, motorcycle, scooter, or ATV in stock with 0 down payment and 6.9% fixed APR for up to 5 years to American Honda Finance Corporation. And right now, you can register to win a Honda XR80R in a Big Deals Little Wheels program brought to you by Honda and Stedman's. See store for rules and details. So get down to Stedman's Recreation on Main in Tooele. Unavailable qualified buyers. See example, 15 monthly payments of $19.75 for each $1,000 finance. Offer good through May 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
All right, we go to the 4th inning. Everybody enjoying an extended lunch hour today. I see the Citadel sales force hard at work up in the suite. It'll be Chris Donalds, Chu Freeman, and Elvis Pena due up. Donalds grounded into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up. Brandon Emanuel out on the mound, ready to go. The pitch on the way, and Donalds takes inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Stingers. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for the Sky Sox. Now the 1-0. Swing and a miss, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Donalds last year played for 3 different teams in the Pacific Coast League. He started the year at Albuquerque. Played 42 games there, then 31 games for Iowa and 36 games for Tucson as Donalds takes a curveball inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Taco Maker. Try Taco Maker's new grilled ranchero pork burrito for only $2.89. 2-1 pitch, misses low and outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Taco Maker donates $5 to the United Way for every double play turned by the Stingers this year. They have turned 34 this season, making the total donation so far $170. 3 balls, 1 strike the count. The pitch on the way. Little bit outside, ball 4. And so Donalds reaches on the leadoff walk. That'll bring up Chu Freeman. Single to right field. His last time up. Mentioned the outstanding Citadel sales staff who's here at the park enjoying the extended business lunch hour. Reminds me of the story of the late actor Robert Urich of Vegas fame. Several other shows, Spencer for Hire. The woeful reincarnation of the Love Boat. First pitch to Freeman on the way. Breaking ball low, ball 1. And for a short while he lived in Park City, was honorary vice president of the Salt Lake Bucks. Big baseball fan. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch swung on, lifted in the air towards center field. Barry Wesson drifting in. Now waiting for it. He makes the catch for out number 1. 1 away. Donald's back to first. That'll bring up Elvis Pena, who singled to center field his last time up. One of the reasons Robert Urich ended up in acting, at one time back in the early 1970s, he was an account executive for WGN Television in Chicago. And had told his boss he was on this big sales call and couldn't be reached that day. Well, it turns out he was actually at Wrigley Field. Pitch on the way, change up for a strike 0-1. And the Hall of Fame broadcaster for the Cubs, Jack Brickhouse, during the ball game that day, well, what a beautiful day for a ball game. Good to see WGN salesman Bob Urich here at the ballpark. Well, obviously his boss heard about that. Oh, what pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. Mr. Urich was called in the next day, and I believe that was the end of his sales career, and decided to concentrate on acting at that time. No balls, 2 strikes. Sure miss having him around the ballpark here. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Elvis Pena. Emmanuel ready, the pitch. Fastball high, 1-2. Elvis last year an independent ball, but has appeared in the big leagues 25 games with Colorado Rockies and the Milwaukee Brewers. Infield, a double play depth. Emmanuel ready, the 1-2. Swing and a tap foul at the first base side. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, an off day tomorrow. We'll be on the air Thursday at 5:45 from Oklahoma City and the beautiful Bricktown Ballpark. Statues of Johnny Bench and Mickey Mantle outside, both Oklahoma natives. Ballpark in design very much like a miniature version of the ballpark at Arlington in Texas. 1-2 pitch, a fastball just barely missed. Nieves trying to frame it for home plate umpire Ramon Armendariz, but doesn't get the call from the man who has the smallest strike zone in the PCL. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Now Emmanuel's pitch. Fastball inside fills the count at 3-2. Let's see if Donalds now is off and running with a pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 5-1 Stingers. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Now Emmanuel ready. Donalds goes. The payoff pitch is lined into left center field. A base hit. Gary Johnson racing to cut it off. He does. Holding at third is Donalds. And stopping at first base is Pena with his second hit of the ball game. But now the Sky Sox have runners at first and third with only 1 out. That'll bring up Hector Ortiz. Bounced into an inning-ending fielder's choice in the second. Hector, including this year, with 48 at-bats this season, he now has 3,363 at-bats in his career in the minor leagues, and he has hit only 18 home runs. It's about 1 every 175 at-bats. He had none last year in 68 games for AAA Durham. The infield, a double play depth as Emmanuel comes set. The pitch on the way, low and inside, ball 1. He could use a pitcher's best friend right here with runners at the corners and 1 out. Manager Marv Foley going through the signs over in the coach's box at third. Marv, one of the few managers in this league who actually does stand in the third base coach's box. They're everywhere but. A 1-0 pitch on the way. The runner goes, swinging a chopper to the right side. Charging is Smith, gloves it on the short hop. The flip to first in time for the out. On the play, Donald scores from third, and Pena advances to second. It's an RBI ground out for Hector Ortiz, and now it's a 5-2 ball game in favor of the Stingers. Ortiz driving in his 5th run of the season with that ground out, his first of this series. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Aaron Miles, who has singled and grounded to first in his 2 plate appearances. So now, runner at second base, 2 out. Miles again, just sent down a couple of days ago from the Rockies. Last year's International League Rookie of the Year in the White Sox organization at AAA Charlotte. Pitch, slow curve, over for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Miles, a switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Emmanuel. Strong breeze still blowing in from right as the 0-1 comes home. Swinging a chopper over the mound. The second baseman Smith to his right, gloves it near the bag. The throw to first, not in time. Pena advances to third on the play. A high bouncer that Smith did all he could with, but couldn't get enough on the throw to record the out. That is hit number 7 for Colorado Springs. And the batter will be Clint Barmes, who has sacrificed and walked in 2 plate appearances. And all of a sudden now, the Sky Sox have the potential tying run at the plate. Barnes has been tough on Stinger pitching in this series. So Miles at first with the infield single. Pena, the runner at third. 2 outs. Emmanuel ready, and the first pitch to Barmes. Swung on and sliced towards the right field corner. A long run for Gordon, but the wind's going to push it foul, as well as out of his reach for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Aaron Miles, the runner at first. We mentioned he was just sent down from Colorado. He had a 4-hit game against the Padres with a double and a triple. On April the 17th, 3 hits against the Diamondbacks on April the 14th with 2 homers and 6 RBI. But had only 1 hit in his last 7 at-bats before being sent down. 1 strike the count on Barmes. Pivotal point maybe in this game if Emmanuel can get the out with any further damage being done. 1 strike the count. Emmanuel's pitch. Line on 1 hop to short. Rodriguez, the underhand toss to Smith for the force out on Miles, and that'll do it for Colorado Springs here in the 4th. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on the base paths. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Stingers 5 and the Sky Sox 2 here on ESPN 1230.
Wes Murray, Salt Lake City. You all go on. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230, worldwide leader in sports. Citadel Broadcasting Station.
I think even the Bible teaches us to get pre-approved when we want to establish and reestablish credit. I mean, Noah built the ark before it rained.
Oh, my heck.
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minutes, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
Frustration with car credit is best defined as the difference between our capabilities and our car expectations. For example, the down payment. One of 2 things is going to happen with your down payment. The down payment either protects the customer and builds equity in your car, or the down payment makes me, the dealer, me, the car guy, rich. Straight A credit or reestablishing your credit. If you're going to borrow money, talk to me first. It's a structure, it's an outline, it's a formula.
Wow. Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
Whether you're trading your car in or you want to keep it forever, then get those nasty dents and dings removed by Dent Pro. Dent Pro, the mobile paintless dent repair, will come to you. Dent Pro fixes shopping cart dents, creases, hail damage, and everyday door dings without disturbing the factory paint.
If your bumper's dented, torn, or scuffed, Dent Pro now offers bumper repair and bumper touch-up at half the cost of a body shop. At Dent Pro, we'll make them new again.
Mobile, convenient, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call today toll-free, 1-877-DENT-PRO.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 5-2 in favor of Salt Lake. It'll be Barry Weston, Wilnie Avis, and Tom Gregorio due up to face right-hander Travis Driscoll, who worked a 3-up, 3-down first, a 3-up, 3-down third, but the Stingers touched him for 5 runs in the 2nd inning. Barry Wesson with a single to left field his first time up. Now the right-hander Driscoll ready, and the first pitch to Wesson. In at the knees is strike 0-1. Time now to find out who's hitting the cover off the ball in the PCL. Brought to you by Mountain Extreme Power Sports. Take it to the extreme with Mountain Extreme Power Sports in Linden, Utah. Now the 0-1 pitch to Wesson. Breaking ball downstairs, evens the count at 1-1. Calvin Pickering still leads the PCL with 13 home runs. Again, 11 of those came in the first 10 games. Larry Sutton, Jason Dubois of Iowa each have 12. Luis Garcia of Las Vegas, John Mabry of Memphis, and Ruben Mateo of Nashville has 11. There's a pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Justin Leone of Tacoma has 10 home runs. Adam Riggs, just called up to the Angels, was next with 9. 1-2 the count on Wesson as Driscoll deals. Swung on, poked on one hop to third. Almonte up with it. The step and the throw low, but it's dug out by Donalds for the out. One away. That's 5 in a row, retired by Travis Driscoll. Brings up Will Nieves, who blooped a single into shallow right field to drive in a pair of runs for the Stingers to put them out in front. In the second inning, Nieves eventually came around to score. First game of that doubleheader in Des Moines has been completed. Iowa shuts out Sacramento 4-0. John Karanka, the winner, 3-2. Mario Ramos, the loser, 0-1. One out. First pitch to Nieves. Fastball in under the letters for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, one strike. Now the right-hander Driscoll's pitch. Swing and a ground ball toward short. Farmer's to his left, gobbles it up, steps and throws to first for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the Stinger fourth. Here's Tom Gregorio, who doubled in a pair of runs with a shot down the third baseline into the left field corner. He moved to third on a wild pitch and scored on Javi Rodriguez, first AAA career hit. So 2 outs and the base is empty now. The first pitch to Tom, he shows bunt. Drops it out in front of the plate. Up with it, Driscoll, the barehand pickup and throw to first. Just in time for the out on a bang-bang play to retire the side. Fans don't agree with the call from first base umpire Mark Morrow. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We'll head to the fifth. It remains the Stingers 5, Colorado Springs 2 here on ESPN 1230.
National Auto Plaza Southtown is now National Isuzu at 108th South State. The brand new National Isuzu has to make room for the biggest Isuzu SUV selection ever to come to Utah. Reliable Isuzu Rodeos, the brand new Isuzu Ascenders, and fun-to-drive Axiom Sport utilities are arriving daily. So to accommodate these new vehicles, National Isuzu has to move hundreds of Utah's most premium used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs at unbelievably low prices. Take thousands off Hondas, Nissans, and Toyotas. Thousands off. Or get even bigger savings on all luxury models from Lexus, BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. All our used inventories priced to go quickly. Now is your chance to upgrade your vehicle without upgrading your payment. Only at the new National Isuzu, formerly National Auto Plaza Southtown, 108 South State. Call 545-9292 for details. 545-9292. 108 South State is Utah's new home of the largest selection of Isuzus. National Isuzu.
Drive J.D. Power's #1 rated midsize car, the Hyundai Sonata, for $216 a month with 0 down. Test drive the Hyundai Sonata at your friendly Wasatch Front Hyundai dealer today. Westland Hyundai in Ogden, Kengarf Hyundai downtown Salt Lake, Intermountain Hyundai South Salt Lake, Riverton Hyundai in Sandy, and University Hyundai in Orem. Back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the fifth inning. 5-2 the score in favor of the Stingers. It'll be Eric Almonte, Andy Tracy, and Rene Reyes due up to face right-hander Brandon Emanuel. Our fifth inning, middle of the game update of the Stingers defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with a beautiful cover, or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. Stingers with Gary Johnson in left, Barry Wesson in center, Brian Gordon in right, Alex Pelaez at third, Javi Rodriguez at short, Casey Smith at second, and Jake Thrower at first. The battery of Brandon Emanuel pitching, and Will Nieves catching. Here's Eric Almonte, the third baseman, to lead things off. He's fly to center field and grounded to second. First pitch from Emanuel is a curveball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Stingers. 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Sky Sox. Stingers scoring all 5 of their runs in the second. Here's the bunt laid down foul, third base side, and the count on Almonte 0-2. Sky Sox runs coming 1 in the third and 1 in the fourth. Pirates today have recalled pitcher Mike Gonzalez from Nashville at the PCL, designating pitcher Jason Boyd for assignment. Stingers won't see Nashville until a Nashville-Memphis road trip at the end of July and the 1st of August. Be nice and hot and humid in Tennessee about that time of the year. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Eric Almonte as Emmanuel deals. Swing and a foul back. That's headed towards one of the suites and right through the door of Suite 12. Now, those of you over in Suite 12, make sure if you decide to make a meatball sandwich, check out the one in the middle with the seams. That may not be a meatball. No balls, 2 strikes the count. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at a slow curve. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Emanuel, and there's 1 down here in the 5th. That'll bring up Andy Tracy, who's 1 for 2. Delivered an RBI single his last time up. Tracy now with 8 runs batted in this series. 36 RBI, tying him for the league lead with Jason Dubois of Iowa. Wind still has not let up. It is really dusty out there. Pitch on the way, and it's a strike call. The fastball into the letters, 0-1. Just a layer of dust just on the scorecard here. No balls, 1 strike. Stingers and the Sky Sox. Colorado Springs trying to make it 3 out of 4 and get a 500 road trip. Stingers trying to get a split on this series. Swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Colorado Springs last year swept the 4-game series. Over on the Front Range. Tracy last year at 25 home runs for AA Tulsa. That's a Colorado AA record, breaking the old mark of 23. Swinging a foul back. Set by current Stinger Derek Gibson when he played for the Carolina Mudcats in 1997. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Tracy, originally a 16th round pick of Montreal in 1996 out of Bowling Green. The school that gave the University of Utah Urban Meyer. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. He struck him out. Back-to-back punch-outs for Brandon Emanuel, and there's 2 down here in the 5th. Here's Rene Reyes, who's 1 for 3. Grounded out to short his last time up. Rene in his 7th year, not counting the 2000 season, which he missed all of after microfracture surgery on his right knee in late March. Pitch on the way. Reyes takes inside at the knees. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Bounced back that following year and led the South Atlantic League with a .322 average and was the league MVP and all-star first baseman. 1-0 pitch. Missed inside with a breaking ball, but barely, and the count's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 5-2 Stingers. We're in the 5th. On this Tuesday afternoon at the ballpark. Now Emmanuel rocks, kicks, and delivers the 2-0. Swung on, lifted in the air towards left. The wind trying to take it away from Gary Johnson, and it does, over his head and up against the corner. And Reyes into second base with a 2-out double. That ball had natural slice to it, and the wind just tried to take it away and did so, away from Gary Johnson. Reyes with his 3rd double since being sent down from the Rockies. And that is hit number 8 for Colorado Springs. That'll bring up Chris Donalds, who's pounded into a double play and walked. He has scored a run. So Reyes with the 2-out double after Emanuel had struck out the first 2 batters he'd faced. So Emanuel looking in, trying to bounce back. keep it at a 3-run lead for the Stingers. And ready, and the pitch. Breaking ball low and inside to the left-hand batter. Ball 1. Donalds was a PCL All-Star as a member of the Albuquerque Dukes during the 2000 season. 328 hitter, 27 homers, and 84 runs batted in. Donalds has played in the big leagues with the Mets, Astros, Red Sox, and Dodgers. Takes a changeup strike on the outside corner above the knees. 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Reyes out at second base. The shortstop Rodriguez in behind him to try to keep it close. Javi drops back now as the 1-1 pitch comes home. Swing and a miss at the bottom. Dropped out of that one, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the Stingers return home for a Memorial Day weekend 4-game series with the Fresno Grizzlies. Big fireworks show planned on Friday night, May the 28th. So make plans to come out. A 1-2 pitch to Donalds. Swung on, lifted in the air towards left. Johnson going back. The wind has a hold of it. It's up there, it's out there, and it is gone. A 2-run home run to the opposite field for Chris Donalds. And now it's the Stingers 5 and the Sky Sox 4. Donald's second home run, his 5th and 6th RBI, as the wind helped carry that one over the wall in left field. Gary Johnson never gave up on it, but he ran out of real estate. And now suddenly the Sky Sox are within 1 after the inning started so positively with back-to-back strikeouts. For Emmanuel, that's the 4th home run that he's allowed this year. So now here's Chu Freeman, who has singled and flied to center field. And that'll bring a stirring of activity to the Stingers bullpen. First pitch to Freeman. Curve over at the knees with strike, and it's 0-1. As the big left-hander, Dusty Bergman, starts to loosen up. Now Emmanuel ready, the 0-1. Freeman swings and taps it foul behind home plate, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Few fans slowly but surely making their way out to the grass berms out in left and right field to enjoy the afternoon. 0-2 pitch, tap foul behind home plate, again 0-2. It is a pretty good place to watch a ball game. Broadcast a game from out there back in 1994. 0-2 pitch to Freeman on the way. Did he go around? Yes, he did. On a curveball in the dirt, he struck him out. And that retires the side. But 2-run score on 2 hits. No errors and nobody left on base. Halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder, it's now the Stingers 5 and Colorado Springs 4 here on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers. ESPN 1230 AM.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real-life person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
go to the bottom of the fifth, and the Stinger bats have to come alive again as their 5-run lead has been cut to 1. Travis Driscoll's been tough. He's retired 7 Stingers batters in a row. Casey Smith to lead it off. He flied out to right field his first time up. Hit the ball hard, but right at Rene Reyes in right. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset. The defensive alignment for the Sky Sox coming up after the first pitch to Smith. A high bouncer left side. The third baseman Almonte charges, gloves, and throws on the run to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll bring up Javi Rodriguez, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single in his AAA debut. This defensive alignment reset courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Sky Sox with Elvis Pena, 2 Freeman, and Rene Reyes in left, center, and right. Eric Almonte at third, Clint Farmas at short, Aaron Miles at second, and Chris Donalds at first. The battery of Travis Driscoll pitching, and Hector Ortiz catching. So 1 out, bases empty. First pitch to Rodriguez. He shows bunt and fouls it back to the base of the screen for strike 1. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Stingers. 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for Colorado Springs. Stingers have left nobody on base, while the Sky Sox have stranded 6. 1-0 pitch to Rodriguez on the way, and it's a slow curve that misses low for a ball. 1-1 the count on Rodriguez. 243 hitter in 12 games at Rancho this year. 250 at Arkansas in 5. He takes the curveball strike in the outside corner at the knees. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Played each of the last 2 years at Rancho. Now the line, and here's the 1-2 pitch to Rodriguez. Swung on and lofted down the right field line, slicing foul, and well back into the seats. So we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that busy Memorial Day weekend, the 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st against Fresno. 1-2 pitch on the way, looped out toward short. Farmas to his left, flags it down and throws him out. A nice play by Clint Farmas to take a hit away from Javi Rodriguez. 2 down. Here's Brian Gordon, who's had a tough afternoon, 0 for 2, striking out twice. And an outstanding series against Albuquerque, going 8 for 17, but has struggled. Here against Colorado Springs, he's now 1 for 15. So 2 outs and the base is empty as the pitch comes home. Change up high, ball 1. We've seen Brian hit the ball deep to the opposite field. Maybe he can duplicate what Chris Donalds did. Get one up in the air to left field, have the wind carry it out. The 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball towards first. Donalds scoops it up, takes it 3 steps to the bag. And that's 10 in a row now, retired by Travis Driscoll. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We move along to the 6th. And it's the Stingers 5 and Colorado Springs 4 here on ESPN 1230.
The following message for self-employed business owners is brought to you by the National Association for the Self-Employed. 801-255-7131.
Hi, I'm Merlin Olsen. Over the years, I've worn a lot of different hats. Football player, actor, broadcaster, corporate speaker. If you work for yourself, you know what I mean. You're the CEO, the sales force, the bookkeeper, and the janitor. Well, I found a way for self-employed people like us to do it all and save money at the same time. It's the National Association for the Self-Employed. The NASC helped me gain access to affordable, endorsed health insurance. They also offer access to tax and business advice, credit card processing, and many other business benefits. They can help you, too. The National Association for the Self-Employed. Something to help everyone, even if everyone is just you.
Endorsed insurance is underwritten by the Mega Life and Health Insurance Company. Not available in all states. Call Chris at 255-7131. That's 255-7131.
On directory, you can judge a book by its cover.
Phone Directories Company wants to thank you for a great year. And now that we're into the new year, watch for your local Phone Directories editions arriving soon. That includes Lakeview, Salt Lake Valley, and Provo. Phone Directories Company has books in every city in Utah. And to advertise in one of our newest editions, just call us. It's toll-free at 800-228-0801. Or you can find us on the web at myphonedirectory.com. Just watch for the beautiful cover.
Now, Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the sixth inning, 5-4 in favor of Salt Lake, and a new pitcher on for the Stingers, left-hander Dusty Berkman, making his 12th appearance of the year. In 22 innings, he's given up 25 hits, 8 runs, 6 of them earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 16. Berkman 1-0 with a 2.45 earned run average. The PCL batting .278 against Dusty, who had a strong outing here the other day against Albuquerque. Pitched 3 1/3 scoreless innings. Looked like he was going to get the win until the Isotopes got a run with 2 out of the 9th to tie and 1 of the 10th to win it. It'll be Elvis Pena, Hector Ortiz, and Aaron Miles, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, due up to face Dusty Berkman. Brandon Emanuel worked 5 innings, gave up 9 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 2, struck out 4, and gave up the 1 home run. Pena, a switch hitter, will turn around now and bat right-handed against the lefty, Dusty Berkman. It's also time to find out what else is happening tonight under the lights in the PCL and Major League Baseball. Brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. You can check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Elvis Pena, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles against Emanuel. Bergman's first pitch to him here, low and inside, a breaking ball, ball 1. In the PCL, first game of a doubleheader, Iowa defeated Sacramento by a score of 4-0. Karanka the winner. Here's a line drive, right field, coming on. Gordon makes the belt high grab for out number 1. Pena hit it hard, but Bryan got a good jump on the ball coming in and made the catch for the first out. Here's Hector Ortiz, who drove in a run with a ground out in the 4th. He's 0 for 2. Karanka the winner, 3-2 for Iowa. Ramos the loser, 0-1. Brendan Harris hit his 2nd home run of the year for Iowa. The nightcap is scoreless after 1. Now the pitch to Ortiz, a strike on the inside corner under the belt, 0-1. In the 7th at Omaha, Fresno's out in front of the Royals, 2-1. Everything else is under the lights tonight. Now the 0-1 pitch to Ortiz, inside at the knees with a fastball, 1-1 the count. Tacoma is at Memphis. Edmonton hosts Albuquerque. Tucson entertains New Orleans, and Oklahoma travels to Las Vegas. Now the 1-1 to Ortiz, swinging a chopper behind the bag at third and foul. Backhanded and foul ground by Pelaez, and the count's 1-2. The American League tonight, Chicago at Cleveland. The Indians have won 5 straight and have pulled within 2 games of the second-place White Sox. Minnesota at Toronto. Twins leading Chicago by 3 full games in the American League Central. Now the 1-2 to Ortiz. Swung on, line into left field, a base hit. Gary Johnson over to get to it and hold Ortiz to a single. That is the 10th hit of the ball game for Colorado Springs, and they now have the potential tying run on base. Brings up Aaron Miles, who's 2 for 3. Reached on an infield single his last go-around. Boston's at Tampa Bay. Kansas City visits Texas. Seattle hosts Baltimore. Detroit is at Oakland. And the Yankees visit the Angels in Anaheim. Again, Javier Vasquez for New York. Aaron Seeley for the Halos. So runner at first base, 1 out. Bergman ready, the pitch. Fastball up and into the right-hand batter, ball 1. National League, Milwaukee at Montreal. Florida hosts Houston. The battle of first-place divisional leaders. Dodgers are at Philly. LA's lost 4 in a row. Phillies have dropped 2 straight. Now the 1-0. Swung on and sliced down the right field line. That will be twisting out of play. Evens the count on Miles at 1-1. Phillies losing yesterday, blowing a 6-0 lead. Eventually the Rockies win it on Benny Castilla's 2-run home run in the bottom of the 9th. San Diego and Pittsburgh, the Pirates have won 4 straight. St. Louis takes on the Mets in New York. Cincinnati hosts Colorado. Arizona at Atlanta. And San Francisco at Chicago. Swinging a ground ball, right side. Casey Smith to his left. Juggles. Makes the bare hand pickup and recovery to first in time for the out on a close play. That caught on the in-between bounce. It bounced off his glove, rolled to his left. Fortunately towards first base. Smith able to get to it and make the underhand toss to thrower to get Miles. So 2 down, but that does move the tying run into scoring position at second base. And it brings up Clint Varmus, who has sacrificed walked and reached on a fielder's choice. He's officially 0 for 1 with a run scored. Dusty Bergman trying to hang the first 0 on the Colorado Springs line score since the second inning. Left-hander ready, and the pitch to Barmes. Breaking ball misses low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Indiana at Miami in the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. The Pacers wrap up the series with a win. A Heat victory forces a 7th and deciding game. Now the 1-0 pitch to Barmes. Swung on in line down the right field side, foul. Skipping into the Stingers bullpen. The count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. A happy fan down the right field line with a souvenir. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ortiz the tying run at second base. Hard hit base hit to the outfield. Ortiz doesn't run well. They could have a chance to throw him out at the plate or have Marv Foley at third base hold the runner up there. The 1-1 pitch to Barmes. Swung on and ripped foul. That one scatters them down in the Colorado Springs bullpen. And the count's 1-2. Fastest that group has moved all day. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Barmes. Right-handed batter. Open stance, the 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball. 2-2 the count. Last year, Barmes shared the PCL lead in his AAA debut with 35 doubles. He has 12 so far this year, putting him in the top 10. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild for number 22 at the plate. The pitch. Slow curve, grounded to the right side. Casey Smith to his left has it. The toss to first, and Bergman's out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And it's the Stingers 5 and Colorado Springs 4 on ESPN 1230.
From the backyard to the fields and the bat 40, Greenline Equipment has the John Deere equipment you need. The John Deere L100 series are the best in their class. And right now, with introductory payments starting at just $29 a month, you can afford the best. Speaking of the best, the John Deere 2210 compact utility tractor has a 23 horsepower liquid-cooled diesel engine, shift-on-the-go 4-wheel drive, and optional quick park loader that attaches and detaches in minutes. It's a utility tractor that's built for the long haul, and it's priced right, starting with introductory payments at just $139 per month. Stop dreaming. Start doing during deer season at Greenline Equipment, with locations in Lake, Salt Lake, and Springville.
If you think I demand perfection for my players on the court, you should visit with knowledgeable professionals at Greenline Equipment. Whether you're cutting your lawn, 10,000 acres of hay, they have the right equipment for your job.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Stingers out in front 5-4, looking for some insurance here. As a matter of fact, they are looking for a Geico insurance run. The first time the Stingers go up by 2 runs or more after the 5th inning of any game. That's the Geico insurance run. Rex Olson, your local Geico rep, will donate $10 to the Air Force Fund for every Geico insurance run of the game. Stingers have 11 so far this season, making the total donation $110. Jake Thrower to lead things off. He's grounded out twice, once to short and once to first base. Travis Driscoll's retired 10 batters in a row. At the first pitch to Thrower, a fastball strike at the inside corner under the belt, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Alex Pelaez and Gary Johnson to follow. Now the 0-1. Breaking ball low and inside. 1-1 the count. Stingers with 5 runs on 5 hits, and they all came in the 2nd inning. The 1st, 3rd, and 4th and 5th innings have all been 3 up, 3 down. Now the 1-1 pitch to thrower. Swinging a ground ball through the right side and into right field, a base hit. So Thrower's on board with a leadoff single. 6th hit for Salt Lake, and that'll bring up Alex Pelaez, who got the parade started in the 2nd when he was hit by a pitch. Scored the 1st run. He struck out swinging in the 3rd. They're trying to earn a split before they head to Oklahoma City for a 4-game series with the Redhawks. 6:05 starts Mountain Time. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 1:05 on Sunday. First pitch to Pelaez. Swung on, lifted in the air towards right. The wind will knock that one down. Reyes has to come in to make the belt high grab for out number 1. Thrower back to first. You're going to hit it to right. Better hit it on a line so the wind doesn't affect it. The wind kicks up the dust behind home plate. Here's Gary Johnson. Singled the left and scored in the 2nd. Called out on strikes on a 3-2 pitch in the 3rd that he thought was inside. So 1 out, a runner at first. Throw to first base. Drives Thrower back. Take 4 out of 5 in the stolen base department this year. Mike Brumley going through the signs over at 3rd. The infield for Colorado Springs at double play depth. The outfield is straight away. Driscoll from the belt ready. Again, the turn and the toss to first. Drives Thrower back. Activity in the Stingers bullpen right now, as right-hander Scott Dunn begins to loosen up. 1 on, 1 out. The pitch. Johnson takes a strike. High on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Johnson. Again, that wind still strong and blowing in from right. Saw it help a ball hit the left field. A couple of balls hit the left. Again, Thrower draws a toss from the pitcher Driscoll. Mentioned Driscoll led the PCL in innings pitched 2 straight years. 179 in the 3rd in 2000, 178 2/3 in 2001. The 0-1 pitch. Johnson pops it up behind second base. The second baseman Miles will put the squeeze on it for out number 2. So Thrower leads off the inning with a single. 2 outs later, he is still at first base. And the batter will be Barry Wesson, who singled and scored in the 2nd. Grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. In the 7th, Colorado Springs will have the meat of the order coming up. Almonte, Tracy, and Reyes, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. A right-hander, a left-hander, and a switch hitter. Pitch on the way, swing, and a miss at a breaking ball. Strike 1. Wesson single in the 2nd, extending his hitting streak to a season-best 9 games for Barry. No balls, 1 strike. Now Driscoll from the stretch. The turn and the toss to first. Drives Thrower back. Colorado Springs heads home from here. They had been up in Edmonton. They'll take on Tucson and Las Vegas. Colorado Springs will be in the Stingers division next year. Now the 0-1. Inside a ball, 1-1 the count. With Edmonton relocating to Round Rock, Texas. Stingers will be matched up in the north with Portland, Tacoma, and Colorado Springs. The South Division stays the same. Tucson, Las Vegas, Fresno, and Sacramento. A 1-1. Check swing on a fastball that misses inside. 2-1 the count. The other divisions will be vastly different. One division will be Albuquerque, Round Rock, Oklahoma, and New Orleans. The other will be Memphis, Nashville, Omaha, and Iowa. 2 balls and a strike to count on Wesson, the pitch. Swinging a chopper foul headed towards the stands beyond the third base dugout, and bunch of fumble fingers over there, and it winds up out of the field of play. 2-2 the count as the third baseman Eric Almonte flips it back into the seats. 2-2 the count on Barry Wesson. Thrower, the base runner at first with 2 out. Now Travis Driscoll from the belt ready. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a foul off the top of the screen. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wesson checking his bat to make sure it's still all in one piece. Road trip with 4 games in New Orleans where Barry played a couple of years. Two balls, 2 strikes. Wesson waiting for the 2-2. Swung on, loop beyond short. Barmes racing out, reaches up and makes the grab about 20 feet back on the outfield lawn to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. No errors in 1 left. After 6 full innings of play, it remains the Stingers 5 and the Sky Sox 4 on ESPN 1230.
America is a country of entrepreneurs, so it should come as no surprise that if you're a small business owner, you're helping shoulder the lion's share of the U.S. economy, and that's no easy load. Good thing you can lighten it a little at Sam's Club. Sam Walton created Sam's Club to give small business owners the purchasing power of big businesses. So no matter what kind of small business you own, when you shop at Sam's Club, you get everyday low costs on items you need every day. And to save you time, we offer click and pull and fax and pull, convenient services to help you order ahead for fast pickup. Place your order online at samsclub.com or by fax before 5 p.m. And at no extra charge, it's ready to pick up the next morning. Now that's teamwork, and we're proud to be a small part of your team. After all, while you may be carrying around the weight of the American economy, you shouldn't have to do all the heavy lifting by yourself. Sam's Club. We are in business for small business.
Whether you're trading your car in or you want to keep it forever, then get those nasty dents and dings removed by Dent Pro. Dent Pro, the mobile paintless dent repair, will come to you. Dent Pro fixes shopping cart dents, creases, hail damage, and everyday door dings without disturbing the factory paint.
If your bumper's dented, torn, or scuffed, Dent Pro now offers bumper repair and bumper touch-up at half the cost of a body shop. At Dent Pro, we'll make them new again.
Mobile, convenient, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call today toll-free, 1-877-DENT-PRO.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the 7th inning. 5-4 the score in favor of the Stingers, rather. Colorado Springs coming to the plate. Eric Almonte 0 for 3 to lead things off against Dusty Berkman. He runs up and takes a strike on the inside corner at the knees. 0-1. Almonte is fly to center, grounded to second, and struck out swinging. Bergman beginning his 2nd inning of relief. Scott Dunn down in the Stingers bullpen. The 0-1 pitch. Herd ball drops in low, and that evens the count at 1-1. 5-4 Stingers here in the 7th. Salt Lake once led in this ball game, 5-0. Now the 1-1 pitch. Struck on the outside corner at the knees. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's find out who's hot and who's cold. The PCL brought to you by your Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Keep cool this summer and warm next winter. Visit any of your Utah area Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Sun trying to force its way through the partial overcast as Bergman delivers low and outside to the right-hand batter. Evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bergman's pitch. Fastball just missed inside, ball 3. Agony from the fans, particularly in the section where, had the strikeout occurred, they would have won some ice cream. Obviously, they had a little bit more rooting interest in that one. Now the 3-2 pitch. Did he go around? Yes, his first base umpire, Mike Porro. So ice cream for everyone in that section. Now, wouldn't you know it? 1 out, nobody on. Andy Tracy. They started in the suites, and I see our fine group from the Man-Made Mornings on 1320 K-Fan sitting in that section getting the free ice cream. Sammy, the first one to get the ice cream. Now the pitch on the way. Bunted foul back to the base of the screen, and the count's 0-1. So I guess now that he's got it, there's no truth to the rumor that Sammy is 1 scoop shy. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch high and inside for a ball, 1-1. Oh, sure, they win the ice cream, and now they're going to get up and leave their seats. Unbelievable. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes the count on the left-hand hitting Andy Tracy. Dusty Bergman. Into his windup, the 1-2. Curveball, look out, ripped to right. Going back, Gordon. That ball's going to be over his head and up against the wall. Bounce back over his head. Tracy into second base as Gordon recovers with a 1-out double. His 15th 2-bagger of the year, a line shot that sailed over the head of Gordon, wind or no wind. So now here's Rene Reyes, who's 2 for 3 with a double. And once again, the Sky Sox have the potential tying run in scoring position. They have had at least 1 hit in every inning. They've out-hit the Stingers 11-6. Pitch on the way. Fastball down the middle to Reyes for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Reyes, a 143 hitter with the Rockies before being sent down. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And the count's 0-2. Good pitch right in on the hands of the right-hand batter. No balls, 2 strikes. Bergman, 6'5", 200 pounds, out of Carson City, Nevada. Still calls Carson City his home. Now the 0-2 pitch to Reyes. Outside of ball, 1-2 to count on Rene Reyes, a switch hitter batting from the right side against the southpaw Bergman. 1-2 the count. Now the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Count remains 1-2 as the wind continues to howl here. One ball, 2 strikes. Chris Donald, a left-handed batter, is on deck. The 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Shallow right, going out Smith. Gordon coming on. Gordon still coming on. Makes the running catch. Throws it back into second as Tracy retreats, and that's out number 2. Gordon had to come a long way, and the wind was pushing it away from him, but Brian got a good jump on that ball and went full tilt all the way through to the catch. So 2 down. That'll bring up Chris Donald, who sliced one into the berm in left field for a 2-run homer his last time up to bring the Sky Sox within a run. He's also grounded into a double play and walked. So 2 outs and a runner at second base. In that who's hot category, forgot to tell you, Coy Hill of Las Vegas has hit safely in 13 straight as Bergman delivers a strike, and it's 0-1. Tacoma's Bucky Jacobson in 11 straight. Calvin Murray of Iowa has a 10-game hitting streak. Steve Neal of Tucson has an 18-game on-base streak. Now the 0-1 pitch to Donald. Up high with a fastball. Evens the count at 1-1. Team-wise, nobody's won more than 3 in a row. Las Vegas has the 3-game winning streak. Oklahoma has the longest losing streak. They're cold at 4 in a row. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Donald. Now Bergman ready. The pitch. Fastball high. Nieves had a notion to go down to second base with a throw, but Tracy had scrambled back, and Rodriguez couldn't get over there. 2 balls and a strike the count. Tracy, the tying run at second base. 2 outs here in the 7th. Stingers leading 5-4. Bergman ready. The 2-1 to Donalds. Fastball inside. Ball 3. 3-1 the count with 2 Freeman on deck. 3 balls, 1 strike. Donalds waiting. Dunn warming up in the Stingers bullpen. Bergman to the belt, the 3-1. Swinging a ground ball right side and through into right field, a base hit. Tracy being waved on in. Here's Gordon's 1-out throw to the plate, not in time. On the throw through, the batter Donalds takes second. It's an RBI single for Chris Donalds, and the game is tied at 5-5. A strong one-hop throw, narrowly missed, hitting Andy Tracy, but the ground ball through the right side. Chris Donalds has his third RBI of the game, and the game is all tied at 5-5. And Mike Brumley making his way to the mound. That's going to be all for Dusty Bergman. Time now for this shake-up in the lineup for the Stingers, brought to you by Jake's Over the Top. Enjoy a Jake's Over the Top shake. This month's shake of the month, the fresh strawberry shake. So Scott Dunn's coming on to pitch. We'll tell you all about him after this 1-minute timeout here on ESPN 1230.
Home equity loans are easy to get at Mountain America Credit Union. Easier, perhaps, than deciding what to do with the money.
We could get a deck and a hot tub.
Remodel the bathroom and a jetted tub.
Once you make up your mind, you'll pay no appraisal fees, no origination fees, no closing costs, and no annual fees at Mountain America.
A snowmobile.
Try a snow blower.
While you're deciding what to do with the money, call or visit Mountain America Credit Union or log on to mtnamerica.org.
How about a widescreen TV?
How about store windows with screens?
At Mountain America Credit Union, we make getting home equity loans easy. So get approved.
An ATV.
A riding lawnmower.
Unfortunately, we're no help at all when it comes to deciding what to do with the money.
Oh, come on, lighten up. Okay, let's get a fishing boat.
Oh, you want water? We'll take a cruise.
Mountain America Credit Union. Member NCUA and Equal Opportunity Lender.
Right-hander Scott Dunn comes on with a potential lead run at second base and 2 outs here in the 7th inning in what is now a 5-5 game. Scott Dunn. Steve Dunn was a first baseman here at 94-95. Scott Dunn making his 15th appearance of the year in 21 innings. He's given up 12 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned. He has struck out 12 and walked 13. Scott's 2-1 with a 2.14 earned run average. The PCL batting 167 against Scott Dunn, who got the win in relief here on Sunday with 2 scoreless innings against the Sky Sox. So here's Q Freeman. 1 for 3 in the ball game. 0 for 1 against Dunn on Sunday. So the lead run at second as the Sky Sox have come all the way back from a 5-0 deficit. So Freeman the batter. Now Dunn ready. The pitch. High ball 1. 1-0 the count. Freeman, a right-handed batter. Now Dunn ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. First batters against Dunn are hitting 250, 3 for 12. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Freeman. Donalds, the lead run at second for the Sky Sox here in the 7th. Now Dunn ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a pop foul, first base side over the roof and onto West Temple. 1-2 the count. Cannot close the books on Dusty Bergman. He's responsible for that base runner at second base. One ball, 2 strikes. Dunn's pitch misses high, evens the count at 2-2. That's a final now in Omaha. Fresno beats the Royals 2-1. Zerbe over George. Fears the save. Cody Ransom with his 4th home run of the year for the Grizzlies. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Freeman. The pitch. Swing and a miss over a breaking ball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. The Sky Sox tie it up. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. 1 left. 7th inning stretch time, brought to you by Upper Limit Fitness, now with 3 locations, Salt Lake, Orem, and Layton. Upper Limit Fitness will help you stretch a little further. After 6.5, it's now the Stingers 5 and the Sky Sox 5 on ESPN 1230.
AM 1230, the worldwide leader in sports. It's right now Citadel Broadcasting Station.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Opportunity's not just knocking, it's pounding. Right now, you can pick a new Honda, motorcycle, scooter, or ATV in stock with 0 down payment and 6.9% fixed APR for up to 5 years to American Honda Finance Corporation. And right now, you can register to win a Honda XR80R in the Big Deals Little Wheels program, brought to you by Honda and Stedman's. See store for rules and details. So get down to Stedman's Recreation on Main in Tooele. Finance available to qualified buyers. Dealer example, 50 monthly payments of $19.75 for each $1,000 finance. Offer good through May 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's now a tie game at 5-5. Will Nieves to lead things off against Travis Driscoll, and he takes a curveball low and outside, ball 1. Nieves 1 for 2 with a 2-run single back in the 2nd inning. Stingers doing all of their damage in that 5-run frame. The 1-0, low and outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Driscoll working into the 7th. He's had one other 7-inning outing. That was against Iowa in a victory over the Cubs on May the 9th. Gave up just 1 run on 4 hits in that game. 2-0 pitch to Nieves. Swung on and skied to right field. Going out Miles and Donald. Reyes coming in, and it's Reyes, the right fielder, coming on to make the catch for out number 1. Boy, since that 2nd inning, the Stingers have only had 1 base runner on a single by thrower to lead off the 6th. And he never advanced past first base. So here Tom Gregorio drove in a pair of runs with a double back in the 2nd inning. Well, the numbers are in April, and in all of minor league baseball, an increase of 3.6% in attendance to more than 5 million fans during the month of April. There's a pitch down low, ball 1. Based on average crowd per playing date. PCL 2nd in average. 1-0 pitch on the way. Gregorio fouls it back, 1-1. The International League with an average of 5,266 per game. The PCL at 5,060. Weather much better this year than in 2003 in many of the leagues. Now the 1-1. Swing and a foul. First base side over the roof and out of play. To illustrate that, there were 100 April postponements last year around all of minor league baseball compared to just 42 this year. 1-2 to Gregorio. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is the 5th strikeout for Travis Driscoll. 2 up, 2 down in the 7th as a right-hander gets up in the Colorado Springs bullpen. Here's Casey Smith, who's lined to right and bounced to 3rd. Stingers led 5-0 after 2, but the Sky Sox chipped away. They got 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 1 in the 7th to tie it. Now the first pitch to Smith, in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. So that's 15 out of the last 16 batters retired by Driscoll. Smith swings and misses, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Casey. Time called at home plate. Now everybody ready? The 0-2. Down low, ball 1. 1-2 the count. Stingers have been out hit 12-6. Now the pitch, a little bit high. Ball 2, 2-2 the count. Smith waiting. Driscoll ready. Now the right-hander's 2-2 pitch. Swung on and drilled through the middle into center field, a base hit. So Casey Smith is aboard with a 2-out single. That is the 7th hit for Salt Lake, only their second since the second inning. Now here's Javi Rodriguez, 1 for 3, including an RBI single back in the second inning. And a right-hander down in the Colorado Springs bullpen. I believe that may be Jason Gilfillan, and it is. Big 6'5" right-hander. First pitch to Rodriguez. Breaking ball outside and low. Ball 1. 1-0 the count on Rodriguez. Making his AAA debut here this afternoon. Now the pitch. Swinging a tap foul. Back into the left of home plate. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Angels' AA affiliate Arkansas ended a 7-game losing streak last night with a 3-2 win in 10 innings over Tulsa, which is the Tulsa Drillers. 1 ball, 1 strike on Rodriguez. The pitch, swinging a ground ball to third, off the glove of Almonte, kicking it towards second base. Everybody is safe on the E5. And now the Stingers have 2 on with 2 out here in the 7th. First error charged to Colorado Springs. And that for Almonte, his 4th of the year. So that'll bring up Brian Gordon with a chance to put his team ahead with a base hit here. He may have to face Gilfillan, though, as the manager, Mar Foley, makes his way out to the mound. And he is going to make the change. Driscoll out, Gilfillan in. We'll give you the numbers on the new pitcher, Jason Gilfillan. Right after this, 1-minute timeout for a pitching change here on ESPN 1230.
Want to win $1,000? How about $2,000? Okay, not big enough for you. Win $10,000. $11,000. As much as $14,000 in one day. Fort Hall Casino is giving away a total of $114,000 cash starting May 23rd. And now through June 4th, you can earn twice as many entries just by using your Buffalo Club card. That's right. Every weekday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., use your Buffalo Club card and earn double the points and double the entries in the 14th anniversary giveaway. But hurry, time's running out. Entry deadline is 11:59 p.m. on Friday, June 4th. Play often and play a lot, because the more you play, the more chances you have to win. Only at Fort Hall Casino. Big fun, big winners. Exit 80 off 515 just north of Pocatello, Idaho. Visit the Buffalo Club booth to become a member and for complete promotion details. You must be 18 to play and win at Fort Hall Casino.
Right-hander Jason Gilfillan on for Colorado Springs for the 14th time this year. In 16 2/3 innings, he's given up 8 hits. 9 runs, only 3 of which have been earned. He has walked 11 and struck out 14. Gilfillan 0-1 with a 1.62 ERA. The PCL batting a paltry 138 against the 6'5", 220-pounder from Shelby, North Carolina. Jason Gilfillan. Brian Gordon 0 for 3 on the afternoon. 0 for 1 against Gilfillan. So a tie game, but the Stingers have runners at first and second base with 2 out. Gordon the batter, the outfield around towards right. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner, just under the belt. The count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Wind has shifted now, and it's blowing out towards right. 2 on, 2 out. Gilfillan ready. The pitch. Low into the dirt, smothered by the catcher, Hector Ortiz, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. All of a sudden, it's not as dusty here at the ballpark. 1 ball, 1 strike on Gordon. Outfield still playing like the wind's blowing in, however. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hill feeling ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and it's 1-2. Bill Phelan last year split his time between the Omaha Royals and the Kansas City Royals. 6-0 with Omaha, 2-0 with Kansas City in 13 appearances, but an ERA of 7.71. 2.05 was his ERA at AAA. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Gordon. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. We move along to the 8th. Stingers 5, Colorado Springs 5 on ESPN 1230.
Why are we turning here?
To look at used cars.
I thought we were going to Gus Paulus.
We are.
Gus is in West Valley City. This is Jordan Landing.
Right.
Did I miss something?
He's growing.
Who's growing?
Gus.
Growing at his age? Imagine that. No more short jokes, no more booster seats at restaurants, no more ads with half a head.
Huh?
Oh, man, Gus is finally growing. And if he can grow, maybe we can also.
Oh.
This is a sign. It gives the world new hope.
Honey.
It's a miracle.
His dealership is growing.
What?
They've expanded. This is their new used car lot.
Oh. Well, that's kind of miraculous, isn't it?
If you say so.
I do.
Gus may not be getting any taller, but with the new dealership at Jordan Landing, his service and selection keeps getting better.
Hey, I wonder if I'm still growing.
I wonder.
Want to measure me when we get home?
I'm not sure you're coming home.
Aw.
The Gus Paulus Auto Group. With Gus, anything is possible.
Whether you're trading your car in or you want to keep it forever, then get those nasty dents and dings removed by Dent Pro. Dent Pro, the mobile paintless dent repair, will come to you. Dent Pro fixes shopping cart dents, creases, hail damage, and everyday door dings without disturbing the factory paint.
If your bumper's dented, torn, or scuffed, Dent Pro now offers bumper repair and bumper touch-up at half the cost of a body shop. At Dent Pro, we'll make them new again.
Mobile, convenient, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call today toll-free, 1-877-DENT-PRO.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the 8th inning in a 5-5 ball game. It'll be Elvis Pena, Hector Ortiz, and Aaron Miles. These 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up to face right-hander Scott Dunn. Here in the 8th inning, 5 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for Colorado Springs. 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Stingers. Elvis Pena 2 for 3 with a pair of singles on the day. First pitch here is a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. The final line on Dusty Berkman, an inning and 2/3. 3 hits allowed, 1 run it was earned, no walks and 1 strikeout. Now the 0-1 pitch, changeup is high, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good to see Rex Olson here at the ballpark. Rex, your local Geico rep, sponsor of our Geico Insurance run of the game. The 1-1 pitch on the way, low and outside for a ball, 2-1. 5-5 here in the 8th. Now the stretch in the 2-1. Fastball right down the middle at the belt. A strike, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Pena. .316 average last year, 7th in the Atlantic League. He was that league's all-star shortstop. 2-2. Fastball just missed outside, ball 3, and I'm not sure it missed. As we mentioned, Ramon, I call the strike zone the size of a postage stamp on Menderes. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch from Dunn. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out. The back-to-back punch-outs for Dunson's coming in. There's 1 out here in the 8th. Strikeout number 7 for Salt Lake pitching in the ball game. That'll bring up Hector Ortiz, who's 1 for 3. Dove in a run with a ground out in the 4th. Singled his last go-around for the veteran of 17 professional seasons. He has appeared in 93 big league games with Kansas City and Texas. First pitch taking, a curveball over at the knees, a strike, and it's 0-1. .288 average in the big leagues with 1 homer and 18 runs batted in. Originally drafted by the Dodgers in 1988 in the 35th round. Reaches out on a changeup and pokes it foul. First base side into the seats. The count on Ortiz is 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Then we'll greet you from Oklahoma City on Thursday night at 5:45 with the on-deck circle. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Fastball high, 1-2 the count. Stingers in their half of the 8th will have the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. Jake Thrower, Alex Pelaez, and Gary Johnson. Now done ready, the 1-2. Swung on and lifted towards right. Gordon going back. Now stops about 10 feet shy of the warning track to make the catch for out number 2. So Ortiz is retired, 2 away to the top of the order, and Aaron Miles is 2 for 4. Couple of singles for Miles today. And the Angels hosting the Yankees tonight. First pitch to Miles on the way. Swung on and launched towards left center, slicing away from Wesson, who's on the run and can't get to it. It rolls all the way to the fence. Miles digging for 2, and he's there standing with a 2-out double. His 3rd hit of the ball game. That ball slicing away from Barry Weston, who looked like he got a good jump on it, but that ball just kept tailing away from him. So now the lead run at second base. Again, the Sky Sox have had at least 1 hit in every inning. So once again, the Sky Sox, for the umpteenth time, of a runner in scoring position. A pitch to Varmus, swing and a miss, strike 1. Sky Sox have left 8 men on base. 5 of them have been in scoring position. No balls, 1 strike, the count on Varmus. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes, the count on the right-hand batter. Varmus 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored today, but a dangerous hitter. No balls, 2 strikes. Done ready. The pitch. Swing and a foul back to the base of the screen. Still 0-2. Checking out the Major League standings in the American League East. The Yankees are in front by a half game over the Red Sox. Baltimore just 2.5 back. In the Central, Minnesota leads Chicago by 3, Cleveland by 5, and Detroit by 5. In the West, the Angels lead Texas by 2.5 and the A's by 4.5. The 0-2 to Varmus, swing and a miss. He struck him out on a breaking ball up and away that Varmus tried to reach out and poke into right field. 3rd strikeout for Dunn, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Sky Sox 5 and the Stingers 5 on ESPN 1230.
Today, we're at Westland Ford, a pillar in the Ogden community for over a quarter of a century. This is your chance to take advantage of some wonderful deals by a company that wants to win you back. Some of you got discouraged by street construction on Wall Avenue. Some of you think that you can get a deal for a better price. Well, let me tell you, Westland Ford just won't let that happen. We discovered the advantages of buying right here in your hometown. Everyone on the west side of Weber County, Westland Ford challenges you to let us win you back. A long-distance drive doesn't mean a better deal. It means you spent more for gas. Westland Ford has always supported our community and our customers with great deals for hometown folks. Stay in your community. Buy in your community. Take pride in your community. Westland Ford wants to win you back. Be won over by the outstanding quality and commitment of Westland Ford. Easy to get to with 3450 Wall Avenue in Ogden. See how hard your neighbors will work to win you back.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Stingers and the Sky Sox are tied 5-5. Jake Thrower, Alex Pelaez, and Gary Johnson. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. Stingers trying to earn a split in the series. The Sky Sox trying to gain a split on their 8-game road trip. After dropping 3 out of 4 in Edmonton, the first pitch to Thrower. Swung on, sliced down the left field line, headed towards the corner. That's going to be in there for extra bases. Pena giving chase. Thrower around first, on his way to second base with a leadoff double. That for Thrower is 11th two-bagger of the year. He hits that 3 innings ago. That ball curls foul. But Pelaez, either Thrower on board for Pelaez, as the Stingers have the go-ahead run in scoring position, as Matt Hensley begins to loosen up down in the Stingers bullpen. Pelaez has been hit by a pitch and scored, struck out swinging and flied to right field. See how the Stingers play it. The corner men are in, thinking that Pelaez may be bunting here. They'll fill in waits. The pitch is swung on and lifted in the air towards right. Reyes drifting back, tagging at second. Thrower. The catch is made. Thrower tags and advances to third easily. So Thrower moves over, and there's 1 out. Pelaez flying to the edge of the warning track in right. So now here's Gary Johnson, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI, with a run scored in the second. We're checking the standings in the National League. Florida leads Philadelphia in the East by 1.5. The Mets and Atlanta trail by 3.5. In the Central, the Cubs and Astros are tied for first. Cincinnati 2 back. St. Louis 2.5 back. Milwaukee trails by 3, and the Pirates are only 4 out after winning 4 in a row. So now the Sky Sox will play the infield in with a runner at third and 1 out. In the West, Dodgers lead the Padres by 2. Colorado by 6.5. San Francisco by 8. The D-backs by 8.5. First pitch to Gary Johnson. Swing and a foul back off to the left in the upper deck. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Thrower, the lead run at third with 1 out. 3, 4, and 5 hitters will be due up for Colorado Springs in the ninth. Jason Gilfillan ready. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball just inside above the knees, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield pretty much straight away. Just a healthy fly ball could put the Stingers out in front. In this 5-5 game, Gilfillan ready, the 1-1. Swing and a miss over a breaking ball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gilfillan has a history of being tough on Salt Lake. He's making his 13th appearance against the Stingers. He's 2-0 with 2 saves. An ERA under 2. Now the 1-2 pitch here. Inside of that one hit Johnson on the right arm. It's always a concern. That's the arm that was broken by a pitch similar to that in Omaha. Just trying to remember if it was Gilfillan who did it. And Adam Neville, the trainer, out to check Johnson. Boy, I remember he had to have some pins put in, a metal plate. Boy, right on that same arm. So Adam checking him out. That happened in Omaha 2 years ago. Bobby Mitchell, the coach over at first base, also looking in. Well, the Stingers could ill afford to lose another player here. Derek Gibson would be his replacement. Gibson currently warming up Hensley in the bullpen, but that could change momentarily if Johnson can't continue. Flexing that right arm right now. Stingers will have runners at first and third with 1 out, but Gary does convince Adam that he can stay in the ball game. It's a nice hand from the paid attendance today at 3,225. Here on this rare Tuesday nooner. So now here's Barry Wesson, who's 1 for 3 with a single. Runners at first and third, one out. Almonte even with the bag at third. The middle infielders 2/3 of the way in as Wesson swings and misses at a curveball, strike one. Wesson facing Gil Fillon for the first time this year. No balls, one strike. Wesson last year walked the only time he faced him. No balls, one strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Thrower, the lead run at third. Johnson over at first. One out here in the bottom of the 8th of a 5-5 game. Gil Fillon ready. The 0-2 to Wesson. Struck him out swinging. Second strikeout for Gil Fillon. 2 outs, and it's up to Will Nieves, who's 1 for 3 with a 2-run single back in the second inning. Nieves does have an RBI single against Gil Fillon in this series. There was an unearned run that scored with 2 outs in the 9th inning on Saturday night. So runners at first and third, and with 2 out, the infield drops back. Now Gil Fillon ready. First pitch to Nieves. Strike on the inside corner under the belt, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Brad Hensley ready to go. Down in the right field bullpen for the Stingers. Meanwhile, Mark Kroon finding his glove over on the Sky Sox side. No balls, 1 strike to Nieves. The pitch. Breaking ball missed high. Evens the count at 1-1. Final line for the starter Driscoll was 6 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. No walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 hit batter, and 1 wild pitch. 1-1 the count to Nieves. Gil Fillon looks in, gets the sign from the veteran catcher Ortiz. Now the big right-hander ready. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, Almonte, Tracy, and Reyes, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, will be due up for Colorado Springs in the 9th. Stingers trying to capitalize on this inning that began with a double from Jake Thrower. He's at third. Now the 1-2. Swing and a smash. Flag down by Gil Fillon on the mound. He used all of his 6'5" frame to pull that one in. Otherwise, that's into center field, and the run is in. Instead, nothing across, no runs, 1 hit. No errors, and 2 left. We go to the 9th. It's the Stingers 5 and Colorado Springs 5 on ESPN 1230.
National Auto Plaza Southtown is now National Isuzu at 108th South State. The brand new National Isuzu has to make room for the biggest Isuzu SUV selection
ever to come to Utah.
Reliable Isuzu Rodeos, the brand new Isuzu Ascenders, and fun-to-drive Axiom Sport utilities are arriving daily. So to accommodate these new vehicles, National Isuzu has to move hundreds of Utah's most premium used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs
at unbelievably low prices.
Take thousands off Hondas, Nissans, and Toyotas.
Thousands off.
Or get even bigger savings on all luxury models from Lexus, BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. All our used inventories priced to go quickly. Now is your chance to upgrade your vehicle
without upgrading your payment.
Only at the new National Isuzu, formerly National Auto Plaza Southtown, 108 South State. Call 545-9292 for details.
545-9292.
108 South State is Utah's new home of the largest selection of Isuzus. National Isuzu.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real-life person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
Still tied at 5 as the Stingers can't cash in on a leadoff double. It'll be Eric Almonte, Andy Tracy, and Rene Reyes to face right-hander Scott Dunn. Almonte 0 for 4. He struck out the last 2 times he's come to the plate. Don't forget to stay tuned after the game during the 10th inning show when we announce our Stingers Ace Hardware MHP, the most helpful player of the game. Brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Ace, the helpful play. Sun finding its way back through the clouds. First pitch to Almonte on the way, and it's a breaking ball low, ball 1. 1-0 the count of the right-hand batter. Got Dunn, the third pitcher used by manager Mike Brumley today. The 1-0 pitch on the way, a fastball high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Outfield straightaway of Johnson, Weston, and Gordon in left, center, and right. Now Dunn ready, the 2-0. High and inside, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Pelaez at third, Rodriguez at short, Smith at second, Thrower at first. A battery of Dunn pitching and Nieves catching. Now the 3-0 pitch to Almonte. High and inside. He walked him on 4 pitches to lead off the 9th inning. Rich Bombard quickly onto the top step of the dugout. Wanting to get action going again down in the Stingers bullpen as Andy Tracy comes to the plate. 2 for 4. He scored the tying run after getting on base with a 2-out double in the 7th. Scoring on the 2-out single by Chris Donalds. So Mar Foley over at third base going through the signs. A lead-off walk here in the 9th. Dunn ready. The turn of the lob over to first sends Almonte diving back. Matt Hensley up and throwing in the Stingers bullpen. Likewise for Mark Kroon over on the Colorado Springs side. Dunn ready, and the pitch to Tracy. Swinging a foul back over the roof and out of play. Strike 1. 0-1 the count as Dunn faces the man who's currently tied for the PCL lead and runs batted in. No balls, 1 strike. Second game at Des Moines after Iowa won the first game 4-0. Iowa leads the nightcap in the 6th, 3-2. No balls, 1 strike on Tracy. The pitch. Little bit outside. Just below the belt, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Some of the umpires in the green seats voicing their displeasure. 1 ball, 1 strike. Almonte 2 steals this year. He's been thrown out 3 times. Now Dunn again with a throw over, and this time Thrower had to cross over the back of the base runner to get to that toss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rene Reyes is due next. Scott Dunn, 6'3", 180 in his 6th year. 3 years ago, he led the Cincinnati organization by striking out 160 batters. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and lofted towards left center field. Jerry Johnson a long run, Wesson a long run. Neither one will get to it. As it one-hops the barrier out there, Almonte all the way around third. He'll score from first on a double by Andy Tracy, and the Sky Sox have the lead 6-5. So now Tracy leads the Pacific Coast League in runs batted in. His 2nd double of the game and his 16th of the year. As he took that one the other way into the alley in left center field. Now Dunn needs to keep it at a 1-run game. Here's Rene Reyes, 2 for 4. There's a line shot left center again. Weston on the run, reaches up, and he can't get there. It's over his head and up to the wall. Tracy being waved around. He'll come in on the RBI double by Rene Reyes, and it's now a 7-5 Colorado Springs lead. Looked like Weston had that in line all the way, but that ball kept carrying on him and sailed over his outstretched glove. That's going to be all for Scott Dunn. Chris Donalds will be the batter, as this shakeup in the lineup is once again brought to you by Jake's Over the Top. Runner at second base, nobody out. Matt Hensley coming in. And we'll tell you all about him when we return after this 1-minute timeout here on ESPN 1230.
When it comes to big winners, nothing compares to Fort Hall Casino. Marlene Porter from Lubbock won $45,000.
I got it.
Marlene!
She's got the $45,000.
Don Green from Pocatello won $100,000.
I won $100,000.
Have you seen Fort Hall Casino's new gaming floor? It's bigger and better than ever with 200 brand new machines including Double Diamond, Game King, Money Storm, and Castaway. Will you be our next big winner? Find out May 23rd through June 5th when Fort Hall Casino gives away $114,000. Players will be picked daily to win big cash prizes. Sign up today for your chance to win the 14th anniversary giveaway. Now more than ever, it really pays to play at Fort Hall Casino.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you so much.
Big fun, big winners. Exit 80 on 515 just north of Pocatello, Idaho. You must be 18 to play and win at Fort Hall Casino.
Right-hander Matt Hensley coming on to pitch for the Stingers for the 13th time this year. 20 2/3 innings. He's given up 8 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. He has walked 6 and struck out 24. Hensley 1-0 with 2 saves and a 0.87 earned run average. The PCL batting .118 against right-hander Matt Hensley. He'll inherit a runner at second base. Nobody out. Already 2 runs in as the Sky Sox have come all the way back from a 5-0 deficit to take a 7-5 lead here in the ninth. Well, Matt Hensley will try to shut the door, keep it a 2-run difference to give the Bats one last shot at it in the bottom half of the ninth inning. Again, an off day tomorrow before the Stingers hit the road for 8-4 in Oklahoma and 4 in New Orleans. First batter that Hensley will face is Chris Donalds. A 2-run homer for Donalds in the 5th that brought the Sky Sox to within 1. An RBI single in the 7th that tied it up. Well, Matt Hensley on with a runner at second base and nobody out. The homestand has not been a friendly one, to say the least. This is the 6th time in 8 games that the opposition has scored at least 7 runs. It all started with a walk. Now here's Donalds at the plate. Hensley ready, and the first pitch on the way to the left-hand batter, and it's a fastball high, ball 1. Want to know the count? A much-needed day off tomorrow for the Salt Lake Stingers. And for the entire league, for that matter. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a foul, glancing off the mask of the catcher, Nieves, and that evens the count at 1-1. Mark Kroon up on top of the hill, and the Colorado Springs bullpen has not yet started to throw, as there is nobody out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Hensley ready. Check of the runner at second base, Reyes. The pitch. Changeup misses high, ball 2. 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Donald's a left-handed batter. Donald spent 4 years playing in Japan from 96 through 99. Now the 2-1. Fastball slices the outside corner at the knees, 2-2. Spent the 96 season with the Kintetsu Buffaloes. 97, 98, and 99 with the Oryx Blue Wave. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Donald. Reyes at second base with nobody out, 2 in for the Sky Sox here in the 9th. Now Nieves with a sign down, the target up. Hensley ready with the 2-2. Swung on and lofted towards left field. Johnson going back, angling towards the alley, still on the run. He doesn't get to it. And the ball rolls to the wall. Reyes will be waved around third. Rodriguez to throw to the plate, not in time. It's an RBI double for Chris Donalds, and it's now an 8-5 ball game. 3 straight doubles after the leadoff walk. Looked like Gary had it in line, but that wind, which has shifted now and is out of the north, blew it away from him, and Wesson unable to get there in time. Well, that closes the books on Dunn. An inning and a third. 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. 8-5, Colorado Springs. Here's to Freeman, who's 1 for 4. Now Hensley ready. The pitch. Swung on and lofted towards right center field. Wesson on the run. Gordon on the run. Wesson going back. It's over his head and off the wall. Donald's around third, will score. Racing for third is Freeman. He's there without a play. It's an RBI triple for Freeman. And now it is a 9-5 Colorado Springs lead, and there's still nobody out. And the batter will be Elvis Pena, who's 2 for 4. Well, checking the weather radar, there are some thunderstorms to the south, but I don't think they'd get here in time. Since the Stingers haven't had a chance to bat in the bottom of the 9th, it would revert back to the 8th and would end up a tie game. First pitch to Pena on the way. Swinging a foul, glancing off the mask of the catcher, Nieves, for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. $16 hits for the Sky Sox. Four straight extra base knocks. The pitch. Swinging a foul back into the screen, and it's 0-2. Although, to be honest, 2 of those balls appeared to be catchable, but the wind doing some tricks on Gary Johnson and on Barry Wesson. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Pena. Hensley ready, the pitch. Up high, ball 1. 1-2 the count. Stingers will have Gregorio, Smith, and Rodriguez due up in the bottom of the 9th. Now Hensley set. The 1-2 to Pena. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a splitter. Strikeout number 1 for Matt. Number 9 for Stingers pitching in the ball game. And there's 1 out here in the 9th. Here's Hector Ortiz, who's 1 for 4 with a run batted in. The first 3 runs in this inning charged to Scott Dunn. Matt Hensley with the 4th. The infield now drawn in with a runner at third base and 1 out. First pitch on the way, high and inside. Leans Ortiz back on the way. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. A difficult stretch for the Stingers with call-ups and injuries. Could sometimes deal with one, but not both at the same time. A 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, shot to right field past the second baseman Smith, and to right field for an RBI single for Hector Ortiz as Freeman trots across. And that makes it a 10-5 Colorado Springs lead. Now here's Aaron Miles, who's 3 for 5, including a double. Of the 18 hits for Colorado Springs, 8 of them have been for extra bases. 6 doubles, a triple, and a home run. Pitch to Miles, breaking ball inside, ball 1. Miles, the 8th man to come to bat in the inning. The Sky Sox have matched the 5 spot the Stingers put on the board in the second. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Hensley ready, the pitch. Change up strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hensley with the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball right side, fielded by Thrower, goes to second one. The relay back to Hensley, covering, not in time for the double play. It'll be a fielder's choice, 3-6. 2 outs here in the ninth. Good effort. The ball maybe not hit hard enough to turn 2 on, and Miles runs well. So here's Barmitz, the 9th man to bat in the inning. For Matt Hensley, this is the first outing this year in which he's given up more than 1 run, and actually, this being his 13th appearance, it's only the 3rd time he's given up a run, period. So 2 outs and a runner at first base. Hensley's pitch. Strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 10-5 Colorado Springs here in the ninth. Now the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to third. Up with it, Pelaez takes it the short route to second to get the force on Miles. And that'll finally end the inning here in the ninth. A disastrous one for the Stingers as the Sky Sox score 5 runs on 5 hits. No errors. 1 runner left on the base paths. We go to the bottom of the ninth. It's Colorado Springs 10 and the Stingers 5 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, this is Dan, the laptop man from PC Laptops. I'm always telling you about cool new breakthroughs in computer technology. Okay, here's the newest one, the Verizon Wireless Internet Card. What is this card? No, it's not a card that all of our laptops have built in to hook you to the network. What it does is it gives you internet, high-speed access anywhere there's cellular phone digital service with Verizon. That's just about every major city in the United States of America. There's one cool, low, flat rate you pay for unlimited internet access. And guess what? At PC Laptops, not only do we have these cards, we give you our lifetime service guarantee with it. What does that mean? We'll make sure that card works in any brand of laptop you got if you buy the card from us. Whether you have one of our laptops, Sony, Gateway, Dell, Compaq, whatever you got, we'll hook you up. You know what's really cool? You can go to the airport, you can go eat lunch, you can go anywhere and have wireless internet, high speed. Get into PC Laptops right now and check it out. PC Laptops, we love you. Featuring Intel Centrino mobile technology.
Whether you're trading your car in or you want to keep it forever, then get those nasty dents and dings removed by Dent Pro. Dent Pro, the mobile paintless dent repair, will come to you. Dent Pro fixes shopping cart dents, creases, hail damage, and everyday door dings without disturbing the factory paint.
If your bumper's dented, torn, or scuffed, Dent Pro now offers bumper repair and bumper touch-up at half the cost of a body shop. At Dent Pro, we'll make them new again.
Mobile, convenient, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call today toll-free, 1-877-DENT-PRO.
Right-hander and former Stinger Mark Kroon comes on here in the ninth inning. As the Stingers trail the Sky Sox 10-5, Kroon in his 16th appearance of the year. In 14 innings, he's given up 11 hits, 7 runs, 4 of them earned. He has walked 6, struck out 20. He's 0-2 with 4 saves and a 2.57 earned run average. PCL against Kroon, batting .212. Kroon pitching a scoreless ninth inning yesterday. So Tom Gregorio to lead things off here in the bottom of the ninth. First pitch taking a fastball inside, ball one. Jason Gilfillan an inning and a third. One hit, no runs. He struck out two and did not walk a batter. He did hit one. Now the 1-0. Gregorio swings, pops it up foul. First base side. Donald's near the railing, won't get to it as it hits in the second row. 1 ball, 1 strike. 10-5 Colorado Springs in a game. They once trailed 5-0. One ball, 1 strike, the count on Gregorio. The pitch. Fastball low, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Tom, who's 1 for 3 with a 2-run double back in the second. Now the pitch. Swing and a foul back out of play. That evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mark Kroon ready to go. The 2-2. Low, ball 3. Fills the count at 3-2. Worked an inning last night. Did not allow a run. Struck out 2. After not appearing in the first 2 games of the series. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch. Low and outside. Ball 4. And so the leadoff man's on board for the Stingers here in the ninth. A runner at first base. Nobody out for Casey Smith, who's 1 for 3. Smith single to center field his last time up. The Sky Sox trying to come in here and win 3 out of 4. And gain a split on their road trip. Pitch is high, ball 1. They lost the first 3 games at Edmonton. Then came back to win the final game of that series. Won the first game here. Stingers took game 2, but the Sky Sox won yesterday and have a 10-5 lead here in the ninth today. 1-0 to Smith. Strike call in the inside corner at the knees. 1-1. But the Stingers have one last shot at it here. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. The pitch. Smith swings and hits it in the air towards right. Rene Reyes towards the line, has plenty of room, and he'll put it away for out number 1. So Smith retired, 1 out. To the top of the order, and Javi Rodriguez, 1 for 4 with an RBI in his AAA debut. Up from Class A, Rancho Cucamonga. 10-5 Sky Sox. They've out-hit the Stingers 18-8. First pitch to Rodriguez. Check swing. He went around. His home plate umpire Ramon Armendariz. And the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Infield double play depth for the Sky Sox. As Kroon delivers the 0-1. Swinging a foul back into the screen, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Gordon is due next. 10-5 Sky Sox here in the ninth as the pitch comes home. Outside at the knees, 1-2. Stingers had a couple of opportunities to grab the lead in the 7th, 2 on and after 2 out. And a leadoff double by a thrower in the 8th, but none of those situations led to runs. The Stingers put them all in one basket in the 2nd inning. Rodriguez swings. It's a chopper toward third. Scooped up by Almonte. Goes to second for 1. The relay to first in time for the game-ending double play. As Almonte into his left, scooped it up on the short hop, Got it over to the second baseman, Miles, who turned it for the game-ending 5-4-3 double play. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Final score here in Salt Lake City this afternoon, Colorado Springs 10 and the Stingers 5. We'll be back with the 10th inning show coming up next here on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
There at the starting gate, and it's Parker in the early lead, and Peter in second, and in third, it's Tim Delanis out of Murray. As they round the first corner, Tim Delanis out of Murray is getting quickly, offering up to $4,500 off any vehicle. Clunker's in trouble. He's running out of gas. Tim Delanis out of Murray moving ahead by offering 1 year of gas with purchase. Tim Delanis out of Murray takes the inside track and passes Clunker by offering tires for life and lifetime oil changes. As they round the back corner, it's Peter in the lead with Tim Delanis out of Murray making his move by matching your down payment up to $3,000. As they reach the home stretch, Peter is sputtering. It's Tim Delanis out of Murray. Hang off your train and now offering zero sales back by a mile. The winner is Tim Delanis out of Murray.
You too can be a winner by taking advantage of huge savings this weekend only at Tim Daly Nissan of Murray. You'll find 500 new Nissans and over 250 used vehicles. Tim Daly Nissan of Murray will match any competitor's price. You'll also save with financing as low as 0.9% OAC.
And no payments until June.
Tim Daly Nissan of Murray, 4528 South State.
The game is over, and the fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show. A complete wrap-up of tonight's game with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Field where the Sky Sox take 3 out of 4 from the Stingers by virtue of their win here this afternoon. Here are the final totals in the ball game for Colorado Springs: 10 runs on 18 hits, 1 error, and 10 men left on base. For the Stingers, 5 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and 5 runners left. The winning pitcher, Jason Gilfillan, now 1-1. The loser, Scott Dunn, he drops to 2-2. Time of the game, 2 hours, 50 minutes. The paid attendance, 3,225. Things got off to a great start for the fans here on this business lunch special, as they jumped out to a 5-0 lead in the second. A 2-run single by Nieves, a 2-run double by Gregorio, and an RBI single by Javi Rodriguez. But the Sky Sox, they didn't get it all back at once. They kind of chipped away. 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, a 2-run homer to the opposite field by Chris Donalds in the fifth brought them to within 1, and then Donalds' RBI single with 2 outs in the seventh tied the game. As a matter of fact, as I take a look at it, the 5 runs that the Sky Sox scored to come back to tie it, 4 of them came after there were 2 outs in the inning. And then the Sky Sox broke it open in the ninth with a 5 spot as the first 5 batters all reached and all scored, just like the Stingers' second inning when the first 5 batters reached and all scored. Sky Sox had a similar inning in the 5th inning yesterday. So the Stingers just 2-6 on this completed homestand, 17-21 on the season, while the Sky Sox pulled to the break-even point at 19-19 on the year. The Stingers again losing Adam Riggs to the big leagues with the injury to Gloss. Javi Rodriguez up from Class A, did himself well, made a couple of nice plays out of the field, picked up his first AAA hit, and run batted in the same swing in the second inning that capped off that 5-run frame for the Stingers. Jake Thrower had a couple of hits. Will Nieves with a couple of runs batted in. Tom Gregorio 1 for 3 with a couple of runs batted in and a run scored as well. But it all adds up to a Colorado Springs win by a final score of 10-5. We'll come back and take a look at what else is happening in the PCL and the Major Leagues today and tonight, right after this here on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Hey, this is Dan the Laptop Man from PC Laptops. And it's adoption time. Adoption time. We've done this before. You remember Micron closed all their retail stores and went out of business with their retail stores? And you remember Future Shop did the same thing? You remember Incredible Universe did the same thing? Well, Gateway has done it. Gateway is closing just about all their stores across the whole United States of America. But there's a lot of customers out there that need help, that need somewhere to go where they can get their laptop fixed. So if you got a Gateway laptop or any brand of laptop, get into PC Laptops. We'll adopt you. We'll take care of you. And we'll give you a really great deal on any repairs. Or if we can't fix it, we'll buy it from you. That's right. If we can't fix your laptop, we'll write you a check for it. Come to any one of our 5 PC Laptop locations. Gateway, Micron, Dell, Toshiba, any brand of laptop you have, and we'll take care of it for you. Coming to PC Laptops, where we love you.
Featuring Intel Centrino mobile technology.
So, you want to get the kids to their music lessons on time, even though they are tone deaf. You need a quick dinner. Think fast. Think eggs, like a microwave casserole with ham and cheese. Quick, easy, delicious. So you make the lessons on time, the kids start an urban grunge band, and now you are the mom of the hottest act in showbiz. All thanks to the incredible edible egg. For other quick dinner, lunch, and snack ideas, visit AEB.org. Incredible edible egg. The American Egg Board.
KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is the ESPN Radio AM 1230. The worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting Station.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Stingers fall to the Sky Sox today by a final score of 10-5. Time now to take a look at what else is happening under the lights tonight and what else has happened this afternoon in the PCL and the Major Leagues. Brought to you by TE Lighting and the new Reveal Light Bulb. You can check out the Reveal Bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. First of all, there was some other daytime action in the Pacific Coast League in the first game of a doubleheader in Des Moines. Iowa defeated Sacramento 4-0. Karanka the winner, 3-2. Mario Ramos the loser, 0-1. Brendan Harris with his second home run of the year for the I-Cubs. The nightcap is in the 6th, and right now Iowa leads Sacramento by a score of 3-2, looking for the doubleheader sweep. Also this afternoon at Rosenblatt Stadium in Omaha, the Royals lost to Fresno 2-1. Chad Zerbe the winner, 1-2. Chris George the loser, 1-2. Dave Beers with his 6th save for Fresno. Cody Ransom at his 4th home run of the year for the Grizzlies. Elsewhere, Portland is at Nashville. Memphis will play host to Tacoma. Albuquerque visits Edmonton. Tucson entertains New Orleans. And Oklahoma is at Las Vegas. In the American League, Cleveland hosts Chicago. The Indians have won 5 in a row. Minnesota is at Toronto. The Twins opening up a 3-game lead over the White Sox in the Central. Boston's at Tampa Bay. Kansas City visits Texas. Seattle entertains Baltimore. Detroit is at Oakland, and the Angels host the Yankees. In the National League, Milwaukee is at Montreal. Houston visits Florida in a good pitching matchup. Wade Miller for the Astros and Dontrell Willis for the Marlins. Los Angeles at Philadelphia. San Diego travels to Pittsburgh. Brian Lawrence 5-2 for the Padres against Chris Benson 3-3 for the suddenly red-hot Pirates who have won 4 straight. St. Louis is at New York. Matt Morris against Tom Glavine. Colorado at Cincinnati. Atlanta hosts Arizona. Randy Johnson against Mike Hampton. And the Cubs, who have won 4 straight, host the San Francisco Giants at Wrigley Field tonight. Here this afternoon, the Sky Sox rally to beat the Stingers 10-5. We'll have some highlights for you right after this here on ESPN 1230.
You should hear my dad talking to sleep.
What did he say?
I'll show you. Dad? Redwood Road.
Furniture Warehouse. No interest, no payments for 12 months.
That's funny. Ever since he visited Furniture Warehouse, he hasn't been the same. Hey, let's do it again. Redwood Road.
Furniture Warehouse. Huge selection. 12 months, same as cash.
And he does this every time you say Redwood Road?
Furniture Warehouse. Lots of sofas, 12 months interest-free.
Sometimes They do it when you're sleeping in church, too. Redwood Road.
Furniture Warehouse. Mattresses stacked to the rafters. No payments for 1 whole year.
Does he ever stop? Only when I stop saying Redwood Road.
Furniture Warehouse. The lowest price in furniture guaranteed for a full year. No interest, no payments for 12 months, too. Some restrictions apply. See store for details. Furniture Warehouse. Tyrone Redwood. Redwood Road. I don't know.
Today, we're at Westland Ford, a pillar of the Ogden community for over a quarter of a century. This is your chance to take advantage of some wonderful deals by a company that wants to win you back. Some of you got discouraged by street construction on Wall Avenue. Some of you think that you can get a deal for a better price. Well, let me tell you, Westland Ford just won't let that happen. Rediscover the advantages of buying right here in your hometown. Everyone on the west side of Weber County, Westland Ford challenges you to let us win you back. A long-distance drive doesn't mean a better deal. It means you spent more for gas. Westland Ford has always supported our community and our customers with great deals for hometown folks. Stay in your community. Buy in your community. Take pride in your community. Westland Ford wants to win you back. Be won over by the outstanding quality and commitment of Westland Ford. Easy to get to at 3450 Wall Avenue in Ogden. See how hard your neighbors will work to win you back.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where things got off to a good start for the Stingers. Alex Pelaez leading off the second, hit by a pitch from Travis Driscoll. Gary Johnson then singled. Barry Wesson delivered a base hit to left, and the bases were loaded with nobody out. Will Nieves on a 1-0 pitch then just hit a flare into shallow right field, scoring Pelaez and Johnson to make it 2-0. Tom Gregorio then ripped one on the ground inside the third base bag that rolled into the left field corner. That scored 2 to make it 4-0. Gregorio took third on a wild pitch and scored on a single by Javi Rodriguez, and the Stingers were rolling, leading by a score of 5-0. Sky Sox got a run back in the third on a 1-out walk to Barmas. He moved to second on a ground out and scored on a single to center by Andy Tracy. Then in the fourth inning, Donalds walked with 1 out. Elvis Pena singled him over to third base with Hector Ortiz driving him home on a ground out. Then in the fifth inning, Emmanuel struck out the first 2 batters he faced. Rene Reyes then doubled. And then Chris Donalds got one up into the wind. The breeze carried the ball over the left field wall, a 2-run homer, and that made it a 5-4 ball game. Then in the seventh, Dusty Bergman struck out Almonte, but then gives up a double to Andy Tracy. And 1 out later, Chris Donalds brought him home with a tying run. Bergman to the belt, the 3-1. Swinging a ground ball right side and through into right field, a base hit. Tracy being waved on in. Here's Gordon's 1-up throw to the plate, not in time. On the throw through, the batter Donalds takes second. It's an RBI single for Chris Donalds, and the game is tied at 5-5. So a 5-5 ball game at that point. Both teams had opportunities in the eighth to take the lead, but it was still tied going into the ninth. Eric Almonte led off with a base on balls, and that brought Andy Tracy, the league leader in runs batted in, to the plate. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and lofted towards left center field. Gary Johnson a long run, Wesson a long run. Neither one will get to it. As it one-hops the barrier out there, Almonte all the way around third. He'll score from first on a double by Andy Tracy, and the Sky Sox have the lead 6-5. 6-5, and then they would pour it on. Rene Reyes an RBI double to make it 7-5. Pat Hensley comes in. Donalds with an RBI double. It's 8-5. A run-scoring triple by Freeman made it 9-5, and Hector Ortiz closed out the scoring with an RBI single. And the Sky Sox have the win by a final score of 10-5. So now the Stingers with a much-needed day off coming up tomorrow before they head out on the road for an 8-game trip. We'll preview the trip as well as bring you our Ace Hardware MHP of the game after this final timeout here on ESPN 1230.
Pull it over, pull the money, 2 for the show, we're free to get ready now. Go get yours to Jake's over the top, baby. Yeah.
Let me tell you about Jake's Over the Top. The name comes from the insane way their monster shakes rises inches above the top of the cup. A mountain of ice cream blended with fresh fruit, nuts, candy, and cookies. Like the strawberry banana shake, the turtle shake, or the Oreo.
And if you're lonesome tonight,
join me for a burger big enough for the two of us. That's called a big Jake burger. This hunk of burning love is 2 quarter-pound cheeseburgers. That's a half-pound of char-broiled round steak, topped with 2 slices of cheddar cheese, freshly cooked bacon, ketchup, mayo, mustard, pickles, lettuce, and tomatoes on a sesame seed bun.
It's that time of year for a fresh strawberry shake. Mounds of rich, smooth vanilla ice cream, loaded with tons of fresh strawberries and blended together. Add a fresh banana to make a whole new flavor. Get your shake today in 3 great sizes at Jake's. At Jake's, we don't stop at the top of the line.
From the backyard to the fields and the back 40, Greenline Equipment has the John Deere equipment you need. The John Deere L100 series are the best in their class. And right now, with introductory payments starting at just $29 a month, you can afford the best. Speaking of the best, the John Deere 2210 compact utility tractor has a 23 horsepower liquid-cooled diesel engine, shift-on-the-go 4-wheel drive, and optional quick-park loader that attaches and detaches in minutes. It's a utility tractor that's built for the long haul, and it's priced right, starting with introductory payments at just $139 per month. Stop dreaming. Start doing during deer season at Greenline Equipment, with locations in Lake, Salt Lake, and Springville.
If you think I demand perfection for my players on the court, you should visit with knowledgeable professionals at Greenline Equipment. Whether you're cutting your lawn, 10,000 acres of hay, they have the right equipment for your job.
By the way, after hearing that commercial, we should let you know congratulations for Jazz head coach Jerry Sloan. While he did not win the league's version of the Coach of the Year award, the Sporting News Coach of the Year award for the NBA went to Jerry Sloan today, and that is a vote of his peers by the other coaches in the NBA. So congratulations to Jerry Sloan, winner of the NBA Coach of the Year award from the Sporting News. So the Stingers come up on the short end here this afternoon. Our MHP of the game brought to you by Ace Hardware, the most helpful player of the game. Brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware store, Ace, the helpful plays. Tom Gregorio goes 1 for 3 with a 2-run double. He also scored a run, and so Tom is our MHP of the game. 3rd time he's won it so far this year. So the Stingers lick their wounds and hopefully enjoy a much-needed day off tomorrow before they hit the road. 4 in Oklahoma, 4 in New Orleans. The series in Oklahoma City against the Red Hawks begins Thursday night at 6:05. We'll be on the air at 5:45 with the on-deck circle. Will be right-hander Chris Buchek going for the Stingers against righty Nick Regilio for the Oklahoma Red Hawks. 6:05 starts again on Friday and Saturday. 1:05 on Sunday. 6:05 starts all 4 days in New Orleans. So that'll do it for this afternoon. Our thanks to Eddie Thompson back in our studios in Salt Lake City, and our thanks to you for listening once again in 2 hours, 50 minutes, and in front of 3,225. The final score, the Colorado Springs Sky Sox 10 and the Salt Lake Stingers 5. I'm Steve Klauke saying have yourself a pleasant rest of your Tuesday afternoon, and so long from the ballpark.
Been the 10th Inning Show on ESPN 1230 AM. Be sure to join us after every Stingers game for the 10th Inning Show on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.